and the founder of the Keep Diggin' clothing line. Dig that hat, ladies and gentlemen. And with the code TSR10, you can get 10% off of anything you buy at Keep Diggin'. It's Big Duke, David Duke.
Evening, gentlemen. How are we doing tonight?
Doing all right. How are
Fantastic.
you?
And in the upper left corner, the producer extraordinaire, the man with no hair, the minister of meat, he is Big Herm Michael P.S. Herman.
Hello, hello. Good evening.
And in the lower corner, from NASCAR series around this great nation of ours, Truck Series, Xfinity Series, I've seen him race Cup racing. He's done everything except drive the hauler. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joey Gase, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on today.
Thanks for
Absolutely.
coming
Thanks
in.
for being here. Can you give us a little background? We've all read the bio, but for those there that are watching at home, or by the way, thank you to Big Duke. Before I finish the question, thank you to Big Duke for sharing our show on his stream. We're reaching many
Oh,
new
yeah.
eyes. I'm watching the numbers go up on the Facebook page. The people that are interacting with us, liking the page, coming back to see the show after the fact. Thank you again, Duke. Much appreciated.
My pleasure.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate the invite to come on and be a permanent fixture on the show. It's been a good time.
No problem. It's the pipe. It's always
Well,
the pipe.
that's, yeah, 10-4.
You got to find it.
I
There
do.
we
I
go.
don't
So
know where I
Joey,
said it.
oh, good God, we're already off the rails as
Man
we
down,
speak.
man down.
That's right. That's right. 10-6-9er, 10-6-9er. Joey, give us a little background on your racing career. You started racing, if I'm not mistaken, around the age of 8.
Yep, started racing go-karts when I was 8 years old, and my dad raced before I did, but just at the local short track level at Hawkeye Down Speedway in Iowa. So I grew up around racing and always loved going to the racetrack and watching my dad race and helping him and my family work on his car in the garage. So ever since I can remember, I loved racing and always wanted to drive. And when I was 14, I actually was able to start racing my dad's old modified, and then just continued the race on from there. And when I was 16, I won the championship at our home track in late models, and then after that, started the drive from for development teams and get picked up for teams out east. And one thing led to another, and I made my first then nationwide, but now Xfinity start for Go Green Racing at Iowa in 2011.
And from there, it sounds like it's been a pretty decent climb for you. I know you're about 30 years old from what I read. Not exactly a young gun, but not a grizzled vet, but you're out there giving it your all 100% every time I see you out there.
Yeah, I never really had the opportunity yet to be in what you would call top-notch equipment, but I've always been able to kind of get the most out of equipment that I am driving, and some like Jimmy Means, I drove for him for I don't know, probably about 5 years, and Jimmy really got me my real shot and really got me into the sport, and I can't thank him enough, and we're able to get fifth with him at Talladega a couple years ago, and when we did that, that really put me on the map and really the Jimmy Means Racing team again, and I was able to race Cup full time for about 2 or 3 years, and I got 3 Daytona 500 starts, and then once I went to the next gen car, I unfortunately kind of priced out a lot of my sponsors to be able to continue to do that. But we started to go start our own Xfinity team, and that's what we're doing still now today.
Now, if I'm reading this correctly, 2015 you finished 5th at Talladega with Jimmy Means, and sort of caught the eye of a young Hall of Fame gentleman named Dale Earnhardt Jr. Tell us a little about that day.
Yeah, that was just an amazing, special day all the way around. I promote organ donation. It's something that's important to me because of my mom, Mary. She had passed away, unfortunately, of a sudden brain aneurysm when I was 18 back in 2011.
Oh,
Ever since that day, I wanted to do what I could to honor her. But Fox, that day of the race, actually was doing a special for my mom for Mother's Day. So, it started off as a very special day, and I was worried about just qualifying for the race, and I think we were the very last car to make the race, and we started about last that day. And we were a very low budget team, and a lot of people don't know this, but Dylan Hurt Jr.'s favorite driver, other than of course his dad, was always Jimmy Means. So he would always follow us pretty closely, and with being a low budget team, we would run oftentimes on scuffed tires that we could find from either the Cup Series garage or truck, whatever it might be. And when we finished fifth, the last set of tires I ran there came from the line, actually came from Junior's practice tires. So of course, Junior thought that was really cool and wanted to make sure he shared that with everybody.
Now, you've brought up the term, and I know how much Herm loves this term. As an underfunded team, how much robbing Peter to pay Paul do you have to do within the garage to make get tires? Lots of different things. Maybe
Is
have
Joey gonna run
a
DNF
quiet
series this
technical
year?
alliance with someone where they're giving you tips and no one's supposed to know about it. It's backdoor deals like
I'll
the
make
mafia.
sure to ask him, Johnny.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on for sure. And back then, you could get by with running scuffed tires, at a lot of tracks and still run, halfway decent to you're in the 20s. And nowadays, you basically, from first the last place on the racetrack, everyone's on sticker tires, and the cost has gone up just tremendously. But still, with that, with our Emerald Gase team being a small team, we have one guy on our team who luckily does a fantastic job at it, but his main job at the racetrack is actually going and finding us normally sticker tires, sometimes scuffs, but sticker tires from either Truck Series teams from the night before or Xfinity teams that maybe fall out during the race. So what a lot of people don't know is a set of tires from Goodyear is about $2,500. But after that weekend's done, you can never race on that set of tires again, even if you never use them. You can use them in practice, but that's it. So what we do is we'll go actually up to these other teams that if they follow the race or they just didn't use all their tires during the race and buy this exact same sticker tires from them for about anywhere between $1,000 and $1,200 cash, which we just saved about half the price for the exact same tire for that race. So that's one of the many things we do to try to save money as a small team.
One more question for me, and I'm gonna let the guys kind of take over from here. You talk about when a team falls out and you buy their tires. Now, a lot of times you hear that they have certain air pressure setups. Hey, we want the back to be softer, we want the front, or however it is. I'm not a technical guy. I just know I hear a lot of this, and Duke and Tank can probably walk through this better than I can. But I'll put the question out there: do you have to, does the team go through it and check the tire? Okay, this one's at 25. We need to boost this up to 28 because that's the way Joey likes it when he's out there driving.
Oh yeah, we definitely always set the tire pressures before we put them on the race car every time. You normally do it about as close as you can before you go out onto the racetrack.
All right, gentlemen. Excuse me. I'm 6 inches from death. You have to pardon me.
You're good, Joey. I was
Thank you.
extremely excited when I knew you were coming on because your path into NASCAR, I kind of followed a similar path as far as the way a mechanic does. I moved over to Carolina. I was building cars with Cecil Tipton over at Aerofab. Then I went to work for some teams. I never quite made it to a big team. I was always with the Johnny Davises, the Rick Wares, the Jimmy Means, helping Morgan Shepherd out whenever I could. I was always with that group in the garage. And so when I heard you were coming on, I was like, man, that's cool because I know exactly where he's coming from, and he's going to know where I'm coming from. But it's cool to hear the story of how you guys intermingle and budget because not a lot of people know that side of the garage, right? What I like to call the fun side, where we all can cut up and get along. We don't have these corporate sponsors to have to piddle to all the time, where we can kind of do our own thing. And I always love being in that side of the garage. But can you take us through when you get to that part of the garage and you get stuck? How frustrating is it as a competitor knowing that you came from a successful, roots? How frustrating is it to get to a level and then realize, damn, man, I had this. I saw it a little bit different, and I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing anybody. I did the same thing. And I know it was frustrating to me as a mechanic. How frustrating is it as a driver, knowing how successful that you are, and then it's like, ugh, I'm here, but that's it.
Mr. Clean.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of different ways to look at that. As being on a small team, and especially now being an owner, you make yourself even more proud on a bunch of different angles. But when you do go out, run the big teams and make them look silly, to me that's all worth it. And guys like yourself or guys who follow the sport close enough that they know what you just did. And like when I got fifth with Jimmy,
Mr. Clean on the top left.
That's almost 10 years ago now, but to this day, people still bring that up to me. And Michael Waltrip still talks about it during qualifying here and there. So that to me makes it worth it, knowing what we were able just to do and what we're going up against. And you always have that hope that someday maybe you will have that big sponsor to where you can go out there week after week and compete for wins and in a championship. And there's a bunch of teams out there that started small and then they got big.
Yep.
So that's our hope and to get there. And our first year as a team, I think we blew a lot of people away on how well we did. And last year we grew the 2 cars and it was
At
it
me
was
and
rough,
Mom, you
for
really
sure.
thought
But
you did
last year,
something.
literally every small team in the Xfinity Series had, I think we would all call extremely rough year, where every single small team in the Xfinity garage missed at least a race or multiple races, which I think just shows, it's a good thing and a bad thing on
NGLEA.
how competitive the series is right now. But if it
LMAO.
would continue to stay the way it is at the cost it is right now, a bunch of teams like myself and probably 4 or 5 other ones would not be able to
NGL nah.
afford to stay that way. So I think NASCAR's working hard on trying to make some things better, and we're excited to see here with this new TV package coming up. The rumors are that the pay is going to go up a good amount, and that would definitely help, tremendously.
Good deal. JR, you got anything?
Yeah, no, last year, right before the Talladega ARCA race, I had a chance to meet you in the garage, and I was there helping Alex Club. And you may have touched on this. Sorry, I've been dealing with my 2-year-old. But how did you and Patrick Emmerling, get together and decide, hey, let's build a team?
Yeah, it was kind of, I guess a unique way about it. Our friend Andy Seiss, he was actually a car chief for me over at Rick Ware's when I was driving over there on the Cup side, and of course Patrick knew Andy from the modified world, and he knew I was looking for a shop and looking to start a Xfinity team, and he knew
Big Herm
Patrick
looking like
was
Mr. Clean.
looking for a shop as well, and a lot of people didn't know it, but Patrick was at that
He
time part
definitely
owner
does.
at Our Motorsports and owned some cars and points and stuff like that. So he kind of put us together, and he was actually
Oh.
looking at buying a shop and wanted Patrick and I to rent from him. And that part didn't end up happening, but he did introduce Patrick and I, and it made sense to where I didn't have a hauler, but I had pretty much the majority of the other things we needed
Can you hear
to
me,
have a
Duke?
race team. And then
No.
Patrick, he had a hauler, some nice race cars, and some good engines. So it just all made sense for us to kind of combine as one and put our efforts together.
All right. What are you looking forward to the most in 2024?
Right now we're able to, now that we're staying, at the 2 cars and not growing to a 3rd car, we're actually able to, work on our cars and our equipment more and, basically make some of our cars like brand new. Last year I felt like we were pretty prepared going into the season, but then unfortunately we kind of got off to a rough start with a bunch of
Joey looked like
wrecks
Joey
and a bunch of
Logano.
destroyed race cars, which, it doesn't matter what
What?
level team you are, if you're a top team or a small team, when you bring wrecked race cars back to the shop every week, it's pretty hard to stay ahead of the 8 ball. So that's definitely got us behind a little bit last year, but now going into the off season, we have had a decent fleet of cars, and we were able to make a few cars basically brand
LMAO.
new and do all the little things to them that we want to do to get speed out of them and just go through and make all of our checklists. So I'm really excited to see what speed I think we're going to be able to find going into next year. And on top of that, we're going to have ECR Speedway engines for all the Speedway races. So I'm really excited about that as well. And, you know, in last August in Daytona, that was the first time we had a ECR engine, and we're
Hello,
able to
everyone.
qualify 15th and out-qualify a bunch of top teams. So that was a lot of fun, and hope we can do that again.
I hate to. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step. Go ahead.
So I know you were talking about like the lower funded teams with David a minute ago. So I mean, as a whole, how was it feeling in the garage area? You know, when Greg Van Alst wins Daytona and ARCA, you know, he's a small team guy. I mean, did it boost everybody's morale?
I see Duke laughing.
You know, a little bit. You know, we all know going into
That's because Chris said he actually looks like stone old Steve Austin.
A hope, or you know, more of a chance that you can go run
He
really
said he
well
looks like
or win the race.
stone
But
old
you know, seeing
Steve
Greg
Austin.
do that was really cool, and not for that race specifically, but the year before,
shit, he
Greg was
does.
actually at
Lol.
our shop and was actually pulling down on our Petrie rig. So we had a little bit of relationship there. So that was really cool to see him do that, and it was always, you know, cool just to see another 35 car do well as well.
I hate to bring up
Joey look like
bad
Joey
news, and I'm not
Logano.
going to. I'll wait till later in the interview. Gage has a question.
I
How
need
did
to
that
get
deal
some
come
ice cream on
about
that
when you
one.
got Natalie Decker into one of your cars?
It was a deal where actually Natalie right towards the end of the off season last year, she had a last minute sponsor come in, and they wanted to run Daytona, and she actually wanted to do the Xfinity Series race with us, but we were actually full at the time. And but we said, hey, we have this ARCA car here that we think is really good, and then one thing led to another, and she ended up driving the ARCA car, and then later drove for us again there in Daytona Xfinity race in August.
Nice. And Natalie is good to work with. I noticed she just got married, so congratulations on your marriage, Natalie Decker.
Yeah, she's great. You know, she's really kind and fun to be around, and the crew chief she had in the truck series for a year, Paul Claproot, is crew chief over with us now, so they already had a great relationship going into the weekends.
For a young guy like you, and I know you share a garage with people you grew up idolizing and guys that are your age and younger who probably have a closer bond. But when you look at some of these guys that have been there forever, going through the list, you know, the Jeff Gordons, the Dale Juniors, and even guys like, and we're going to talk about him a little bit at the end of the show. Unfortunately, Cale Yarborough was a fixture in a lot of those garages for years and years, who just passed away, and we're all going to have something to say at the end of the show. What's it like to be around some of the legends that you grew up, and now you're standing shoulder to shoulder with them on any given Sunday?
You know, it's cool. Definitely, you know, you kind of had the wildness factor when I first started and got into the series and stuff, and that kind of worn off now for me. But you know, seeing that these guys that you idoled, or you know, you're maybe racing as them, you know, the NASCAR games growing up and all that, and now you're actually in the games and racing against them and all that's definitely a pretty cool factor, you know, for sure, to say the least. And the guys that you end up working with is pretty dang cool for sure.
You seem pretty level, like just a really cool, calm, and collected guy. But what was your OMG moment in any garage where, I don't know who you rooted for growing up? Chances are you're a young guy. Everybody loved either Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, or Dale Jr. Who was your driver growing up?
My driver, I had two of them, was Rusty Wallace and Kenny Schrader.
Look
I
at
don't know
that.
why
I
I
like
liked
him
Rusty,
already
but
because he's the
I
best.
did. And then Kenny Schrader, things I loved about him was that he would actually come back once a year and race at my home track at Hawkeye Downs. They would put on a special as an asphalt track, but they do a special once a year where they'd actually race dirt late models on the asphalt. So Kenny would come and race with that. I met him, so I automatically became a fan of him and just loved how much he loved to race and still does to
It's
this
Lucas,
day. It
by the
doesn't
way,
matter
Duke.
what he's racing, and as long as he's out
Oh,
there,
what's up,
he
Lucas?
loves doing it.
All right, I'm writing it down now. Buy a Joey Gase T-shirt because he likes the guys I like. So you're standing next to Rusty Wallace for the first time ever in your life, whether he's a commentator. I don't know if he was driving when you came through. You were born in '93, so I'm guessing he was maybe just there to be there. What's it like? Did you have
Duke
like the
didn't know it was
jitters?
me
Were
the
you
whole
cool and
time.
collected like you are today? What was that all about?
I think I was a little nervous. Probably I was younger then, but you know, it was really cool being able to talk to him and ask him, you know, some questions and you know, tell
Is
him I
that
was a
the
fan.
Michael
And the
McNeil
other
that
cool
just
thing with
is that
Rusty is
the
that
Michael
you know,
McNeil?
I'm from Iowa and he helped build Iowa Speedway. So that was something else that was really cool and something else that I'm really excited about this year that Xfinity is going back to Iowa for the first time in about 4 or 5 years, and then also that you know the Cup Series is going there for the very first time. So it's something that's you know very special for me. I've been racing there since I was 15 and was there watching the very first race. So I think all the drivers and especially the fans are going to be really pleased on that weekend, and really cool to see the Cup race is already sold out.
That's awesome. I think Iowa's great racing.
I love going up there to Iowa. It's a fun
Oh
track.
yeah.
I like the way they've laid it out, and I'm liking that it's on iRacing this week in the B car too, because it's a fun drive. But because I see your
You know
rig there
that's
I see your rig in the background. I want to see what you
yep.
got.
It's Victory, or it was called Carolina Sim there, but we actually did I did a trade deal with them during COVID, and they got pretty much the whole car and traded me for a rig, and it was
Nice.
actually at Martinsville, and we're actually running phenomenal that race for a small team. We started last and worked our way up to 20th, and then our battery literally flew out of the car, so that was a big bummer, but Victory Sim, they were ecstatic about it because they kept showing it over and over again on the replay. So that's another little story there. But talking about iRacing, I'm stuck at a C class right
Santa
now. My
Claus is bald
iRating's
now and he
high,
trimmed
but
his
I can't
beard.
even go do the Xfinity cars. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, I got the same problem. I lost my A license 3 times in the last 2 months. I know what you mean.
Okay, for those of us that aren't in the iRacing world, and for those in the comment section who are going to come up, what in the heck are these guys talking about? A League, B League. How do you? First of all, this question is for Duke. How did you lose your A Series license?
Well, it's not hard. It's easy for me because I crash a lot. But that's the thing is, on iRacing, you get to a certain level based on how clean or safe you want to race. If you have a lot of incidents, you get knocked down a level, and then you'll lose your ability to race in a certain class.
That's just like Mario Kart.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
I watch my kids play that. That's just like Mario Kart.
It's fun. It's
Hey,
fun.
look, I will say this though. Duke save the other night in the trucks was insane.
It wasn't bad. It was
Like-
not bad at all.
Like I don't know. I don't know how he's seen it coming, but it was just like last second, dart to the left and saved him. Like, oh, Duke.
I
What
have a good
save.
time on iRacing. But I know there's one question that I ask all the drivers when they come on here because I'm always interested to hear of all
I
the
love this
cars
question.
that you've driven in your life and all the tracks you've been to, you have one lap left in your entire life to make, and then you got the best setup you've ever had. What car are you going to go to, or what car are you going to go in, and what track are you going to go to make that one lap with the best setup you've ever had, and you're setting a track record? Where are we going?
Probably a Cup car at Iowa, I would say.
Okay. All right.
Ooh.
I like it. The new Cup car or like the Gen 4 car?
You know, the
Or the
Gen
Gen 6?
I don't know about the new Cup car because I haven't had a chance to drive it yet, but we're trying to make that happen this year at Iowa. But you know, the Gen 6, or I don't even know what they call the car right before for the next gen, what the latest number was. But you know, I did enjoy those cars a lot on short tracks, and I was fortunate enough to drive you know the last ever race that those cars had at Phoenix. But you know, in the old style Cup cars, I guess we'll call them, or the Xfinity cars, or even a truck, I feel like I'm I'm really, really good at tracks like Iowa and Richmond and Phoenix and Martinsville. For whatever reason, those type of tracks really fit my driving style, and I have a blast at those style of tracks.
Right on.
That kind of takes the question I was going to ask is, are you more of a fan of the short tracks, road courses, the mids, the supers? But it sounds like you're a short track guy.
Yeah, I definitely really enjoy flat short tracks a lot. But I also enjoy, the super speedway racing as well. And actually, my favorite non-speedway bigger track was Fontana. So I was kind of sad to see that go. That was a really big and fast track, but it kind of raced like a short track in a way to where tire fall off was huge, and you could race from the wall all the way down to the grass, and you're racing guys 3 and 4 or 5 wide the whole time. So I really thought
Now
that was fun.
and you've raced at Fontana, so you can answer this question. I've always heard that there are 3 lines. Most tracks have 1 groove. I've always been told Fontana had 3 grooves. Is that true?
Yeah, you could race literally anywhere on the racetrack, from the wall down to on the apron
Hey,
next to
Duke.
the grass. So you would go anywhere looking for grip.
And not scrub off your speed any.
What's up, Dino?
Yeah, I mean,
How we doing
each
tonight?
line, has a preferred groove for what your car was doing
We're
and all
talking
that.
with
But yeah,
Mr.
you could
Joey
search
Gase,
literally anywhere
NASCAR
for
owner and
grip, and
driver.
that's what made it so much fun.
And the reason I asked that is because Rusty Wallace, I was a big Rusty Wallace guy until the day he retired. I've watched him hug the bottom of that racetrack and win, and then I've watched Jeff Gordon ride the high line all day long and win. So I never understood,
What's
but the
Pop
way you just
smoking in the
described
corner
it, the
there?
way your
Guy
car's
with the
handling,
green
the way
tarp
it's set
behind
up,
him.
your preferred driving style, that makes a lot of sense.
Yep, absolutely. And
I
each
am doing
a
great. How are you?
racetrack more it
good.
ages, the less grip it has. So when Rusty, was driving that track, had a lot more grip, and a lot of guys probably weren't along the wall yet. But then when the track was, completely out of grip, that's when normally you can go searching really anywhere for grip.
Excellent. That's awesome. Anybody, boys?
Joey, I know you're going to be at at Talladega in April. I'll be there with Alex Club again in ARCA. Is there any chance you need some help in the Xfinity race?
Attaboy.
We're always looking for help. On road crews, it's hard, to find people that still want a road crew, and on top of that, it's expensive. You just from possibly paying people or travel or whatever it might be, it's hard. So the one thing that we started to pick up a little bit longer ago, and something that Jimmy Means always did a lot, was we would actually, especially Jimmy, not so much us, but we have a few individuals, different parts of the country that they'll come and help us. But Jimmy, this was like his main thing. We basically be Jimmy and his crew chief Tim, and then every racetrack part of the country, we basically had a West Coast crew, a Northeast crew, and a Midwest crew. So whoever Jimmy met, throughout the years, they would always come out and help us those weekends. So we're always open to more help in the garage there, and we always need it.
All right,
How's
so I'll
everyone
already be
doing?
there. So the only thing I'd probably miss would be, practice. But I'll be right there. We race the same day, so.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
He's
Right.
pimping jobs. I'm the guy who I'll pimp merchandise. Oh, send me a hat, send me a T-shirt. JR's like, hey, you need any help that weekend? I'll wrench the car. I'll haul the tires. I'll squirt the water through the window. I'll do anything I can. That's our man. That's why he's the hardest working man in the
I'll be in
PR
Daytona
business
for
right
Speed Weeks.
Speaking of merchandise, we one of my sponsors, McGruff the Crime Dog, and our haulers, NASCAR picked up McGruff hauler for us, and those will be going in stores, Walmart and Target here any day, and we're actually going to be start selling that on our Facebook page tonight if anybody would be interested.
Nice. That would be awesome. McGruff the Crime Dog even speaks to my generation and Herm, even though Herm is 90 and I'm only 51.
So that's what we're trying to get back. A lot of the we'll say not young generation knows who McGruff the Crime
Nice.
Dog is, and we're
Hey,
trying
Ron.
to get the younger
I will
generation
too.
to know McGruff, to help stop crime and kind of get everyone back into shape a little bit.
There you go. That's awesome. Now, I've read your bio. You talked about some of the things you do for organ donation, and I understand you are also very steeped in other community projects. You want to talk about any of them?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. A
Is
lot
that
of my
Joey Gase?
partners and sponsors are
Yes,
actually
this is Mr. Joey
nonprofits, and it's
Gase.
just kind of how it worked out from the National Crime Prevention Council in McGruff to organ donation and all the Donate Life organizations and Clubfoot Solutions. It's stuff that's all really important to me, and like I said, the Donate Life stuff's so important to me because of my mom married, but and
Evening
being able to
Duke from
actually
Canada.
meet the recipients
Hey,
and those that she was able to help,
Corey,
really
welcome
made a
back,
big
brother. I'm
difference.
glad you
So
came
being able
back.
to have partners like
I've never
him
seen
that
this
I
live
truly care
before, and I
about
live
and
NASCAR pretty
trying to
cool.
promote anyway, is really cool to be able to do that and
Every
truly see
Wednesday,
that we are making
starting
an
at 8
impact
o'clock.
when we do team up with them from honoring the honorees on the car, and the other cool thing we do is what's called a Handprints of Hope event, to where we'll actually take the
OIM
real
in
race
for the
car that
long
we're
haul, brother.
racing
Keep digging.
that weekend to a special event. It's normally either at a high school or a hospital, or it can really be anywhere. And we let anyone that's connected to organ donation, if they're just a registered organ donor, if their loved one was a recipient, or if they're on the wait list or whatever it might be, actually physically paint their hand and place their handprint on the car and write a message of hope. So when we do that, it does multiple
You
things.
gonna
It gets
race
those
tonight?
involved feel like they're really a part of something, and the big
Yes,
family
9:30.
can kind of be like a healing
9:30.
process. But the second part of that is,
Maybe earlier,
when the
but
fans
definitely
see and the
9:30.
media see the handprints all over a race car, they want to know why those are on there, and we get to tell them why, and
Woot
we get
woot.
to promote organ donation.
That is fantastic. I'm going to head to the comment section. We'll start with Ben, who was featured on our show a couple of weeks ago.
Last
What is your
week.
take on the
Last
State of the
week.
Bush series? Last week.
Last
Well,
week.
I'm old. Not as old as Herm, but I'm old. What is your take on the current Bush series?
Yeah, it's kind of like what I was saying earlier, that I feel like the competition right now in the Xfinity series is the highest it's ever been since I've been in the sport. The last 12, 13 years or so. It's just to make the race a lot of times is a big accomplishment, and then to run the top 20 or anything like that's really hard. I mean, when I came in the sport, there's probably 12 to 15 teams maybe with A motors every week. And if you had an A motor, you're basically just guaranteed yourself at least a top 20, to where now it's probably
True, it's pretty
26
competitive now.
to probably around 26 to 30 full-time teams with A motors every week, which is just unbelievable. And then going into Daytona, probably 90% of the field will have A motors. So the competition is just unbelievable, and I basically call the Xfinity series now the second Cup series, because it truly is. And you see a lot of guys like myself, when they went to the next gen car, come back to Xfinity, because there's 40 starting spots on the Cup side, but really there's only 36, because there's 36 charters, and that's what you really have to afford to be able to go do that. So then a lot of those other guys came down into the Xfinity series. So like I said, it's just unbelievable how high the competition is right now.
Awesome. John Garrett, one of our favorite former guests, says, Joey, get with me on your screen printing and embroidery. John at Fort Worth Screen. See, guys are
I'll
just
have to
pimping
do
for
that.
jobs. We should
And
start
I
our
think I
own
know
site.
John a little bit. I've
Yeah.
met him a few times, I believe. I believe I've done some iRacing with him as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, John. I think John's in he dabbles in ARCA, right?
Yeah.
I believe so.
John's a good cat. I like him a lot. And
Yeah.
hey, if we can start our own racing job site, let's do that. The Speedway Review RacingJobs.com. Herm,
Yeah.
get on it.
Yes, sir.
We're already making deals here. JR got a job. John's pimping for a job. Everybody wants a job except me. I don't want a job. I want to sit at home and eat bonbons and watch Days of Our Lives.
I just want someone to cover production costs.
And we can do that by starting a Patreon sometime soon, and your $5 a month will go toward production costs.
So, um, Joey, going into 24, I know, what's going to be a successful year when you look back this time next year? What's going to be what are you going to be considering a successful year?
You know, being able to make every race, and if we could have both cars in the top 30 in owner points at the end of the year and get multiple top 15s and top 10s, that would be a great year for us. And that's, another thing that I don't think a lot of people realize is how important it is being top 30 in owner points. And then also, if you can be in the top 20 in owners or drivers at the end of the year, how important that is. Our payout in NASCAR has something called the bonus money or TV money. So if you're in the top 30 in owner points and you don't have a full-time cup driver in your car, you get anywhere between and about $16,000 extra on Persa weekend, depending on where you finish. So, a little team like us, or really any team, that is huge to be able to do that. And then at the end of the year, if you're top 20 drivers or owners,
This is really nice.
you also get the
BIGDUKE.
points fund from that as well.
Awesome. Awesome. There was a question I had, and it goes back to your cup career. And just kind of walk us through it. 2021 South Point 400 Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I remember seeing this on TV and thinking, oh my God, please help that boy. The crash. Every driver has the crash in their career. This one hopefully will be the crash, and you'll never have another one like this again. Walk us through what happened. I can give a synopsis to the guys who may not know, like Herm. I'm not picking on you, Herm. I'm just saying you got in late. His number 15 lost the tire, slammed the wall, car goes airborne. Joey's lifted out of the racetrack and was released from the hospital that day. But your mind's eye, walk us through what happened that day.
Yeah, it was very, I don't even know if you can say scary because it's something that happens just so quick, but we actually, the car broke a hub. So the hub broke in two, and then, the rotor, the hub, the wheel, just all of it literally just flew off the car going into turn one. And so when that happened, obviously I lost all control of the car and backed it into the wall. And with the tire being gone and with hitting the wall so hard, which actually
Remember that race.
broke the high-speed camera inside the car. I went on top of the wall and rode it like a skateboard going backwards, and then actually almost flipped backwards like this. Luckily, I didn't and landed back on the ground and then hit the wall again. So it was a very hard hit, and the part that actually hurt the most was just my back from hitting the wall so hard, and then also landing so hard on the ground, basically with no suspension, and just a solid hit. My first worry was when it happened was that I thought I broke my back, which luckily that didn't happen. And then the next week was actually going to be a really big week for me at Talladega, which luckily I was still able to race, and I had to jump through a bunch of hoops to be able to do that. But that was what I was most upset about, was maybe not being able to race at Talladega the next weekend on the Cup side or the Xfinity side.
Wow, that's crazy. And just now, I'm sure I've been in a car accident. Probably everybody's here has been in a car accident. This is not like getting rear-ended on Route 12 in your hometown. This is violent, faking, crazy stuff. And the fact that, you left the hospital a couple hours later speaks to two things, in my opinion. One, the safety of the cars, and two, I got to give credit to the on-site medical staff. I think they're called AMR now. Fantastic job that they do each and every week, and I don't think they get enough credit for being as fast to the cars and to the drivers, especially who may have really bad injuries. I can't say enough good things about the safety teams at every racetrack.
Yeah, the NASCAR medical staff is really good as a whole normally, and there's always a group of NASCAR nurses that work full time for NASCAR that go from track to track and keep up with us, and it's pretty cool when you kind of
I agree.
get to know them.
Kudos out to
Hopefully
the
not
safety team that
from
respond to
being
the
wrecked
car
all
and
the time and
drivers.
seeing them in there, but whatever it might be, if it's from not feeling good that week or feeling sick, or I've even had my kids get extremely sick when we're at the racetrack that weekend, and have them come in and take a look at them. They're kind of part of the family and right there to help you or your whole family, whatever it might be, which is really cool.
That's awesome. I know that
I gotta have
everybody,
ice cream.
when they have a job, has their work best friend. Some people call them work wives or work husbands. I don't think NASCAR probably does that unless we're talking about the Haleys and the Natalies, because 90% of you are male. If you had to pick someone in the garage, a driver, who would be your work best friend?
Oh man, I don't know who that would be now. I guess I'll just say Patrick right now.
Okay.
So, but I will say it's funny when Patrick and I actually race against each other out there. We probably race each other harder than anyone else out there, just because we want to be the one, coming back, holding the flag for the team. So I guess we can. I think we get the best out of each other when we're both racing the same weekend.
I can see that, and I love that competitive spirit. Like, hey, want to come hold my trophy?
Absolutely.
Because I would do that to these guys if we were all racing together,
Yep, absolutely. So you want to do everything you
especially
can
Duke.
to help each other, but at the same time you wanna beat one another still too.
Now, is there a driver you would consider a really good friend?
The one that I probably used to talk to a bunch, which he's more in the truck series now, is Timmy Hill. We used to be teammates and used to race against each other hard, but always clean. And same with BJ McLeod. We would always race each other really hard, but never touch each other, and was always good, clean racing.
Excellent. Gentlemen, what else you got?
I don't have anything this week actually. I was depending on I was I was depending on Statboy to be here and then depending on Chris to carry the show because I had to go to Ocala this afternoon and pick up my daughter and I got absolutely bombarded.
Wait, where where in Ocala?
Well, I had to go up to the villages, which basically up by Ocala,
Okay. My
and
my
I
my
didn't get back
parents
till
still
late,
live in Ocala.
and unfortunately I was ill prepared for the show and the one that I was excited about being on, and I was just ill prepared.
You're still doing a great job. I used to live in Ocala, actually. Great town. Sucks
All
what
right,
happened at the
Joey.
mall.
Last
Who said?
lap, last lap, Daytona or Talladega. You're pushing a teammate. Do you make the pass or do you stay in line?
Oh man. I think you go for the pass, but you do it coming to the trioval, so you don't
Does
screw each
anybody
other.
have any questions for Joey?
But I think I'd have to go for the pass for sure.
That was
But
a
at
great
least don't
question.
don't wreck your teammate though. That's never good.
So what Joey's saying is,
Okay,
don't be a Kyle Busch.
if you were at a short track and running second, would you pull a Carl Edwards move like he did to Kyle Busch, or would you just stay in line?
I think it's okay to do a bump and run as long as you don't
LMAO.
wreck them. That's two different things there.
I mean,
So
I'm sure anybody would wreck their grandmother to win the Daytona 500 or at Daytona in general. I mean, I love my granny, but I'm sorry, Nana. If you're in front of me, you're getting wrecked. If I can get to you, I'm moving you.
Tony Stewart would.
Yeah, he would. He said it on live TV.
Yeah. So
He said I would wreck. He said I would wreck your mom to win the 500.
Yes,
So-
I would.
Joey, following up with what you just said, because I do it quite a bit on the sim. When you talk about the people that you just race hard with, the people you're always racing with, you're always in that spot. After the race, do you guys ever get together and be like, man, you were driving the heck out of that thing? Or, do you guys ever debrief and just kind of compliment each other on, because I know you guys are out there, elbows up, just
Granny's gotta
grinding,
go.
digging as hard as you can dig, and it's fun. It's fun as can be to get out there and race around and move your car around and do different things around people that you're always racing around. You guys ever debrief after the race and be like, man, that was a cool move, like, or does anything ever like that happen?
Every once in a while. I would say I've kind
The
of probably
Grinch
been
still
more on
here.
the sides of like, man, you're a dick or something like that. But every once in a while that definitely happens. And like the funny thing is now, like, having teammates, and when Patrick and I are both out there together, every once in a while I'll be like, man, your car looked like it was horrible or stuff like that. I'm like, well, I'm glad it looked like that because it was. And stuff like that's kind of funny, or kind of see you can work together more and kind of get different viewpoints like that. I think is cool too.
Is there a favorite driver you've loved driving with that isn't your teammate?
I
And
wrecked
on
my
the
brother-in-law
converse,
for a 500
who's
street
a
stop
guy that
win.
when you see them in front of you or behind you, you're just like, oh dear Lord, here we go again.
Yes, me too.
I don't. I definitely don't think I can really have a favorite driver now that you race. I'm racing against them, but I definitely got uh, plenty of drivers out there that I guess I'm not going to say any names right now, especially now that you're an owner. You never know who might come and drive for you. But I guess I do have one funny story, uh, and I guess pretty much every driver would say the same thing about this is Ross Chastain for sure, especially in 2018, we raced each other really hard a lot, and that was when I went from Jimmy Means to Bobby Dodders, and uh, the most sponsorship I ever had in the Xfinity Series. So we were able to really step up our program, and for whatever reason, Ross really did not like getting passed by me, which he doesn't like getting passed by anybody, but at that time he really did not like getting passed by me. And at Mid Ohio, I passed him on the last lap, and he made sure I didn't beat him by
Chris gotta keep
completely
digging
taking me
hat
out.
on.
And we got into it a little bit
Yeah,
after the race
yeah.
with him and his whole crew, but actually. I was calling Garrett Smithley this off season, and
He needs a
he
Tightline
just
shirt,
happened to be hanging out
Clayton. I was about to text
with
you.
Slick
Ross, and
getting
I
in
didn't
some
know it, but
sponsor
Ross
time
actually
LMAO.
answered
He needs
the
a he
phone and
needs a
let me on
Tightline
that it was
shirt.
Garrett for a while till he told me it was him, and he
Just
goes, "Oh
saying.
man, I'm so sorry. I have to admit, I actually did wreck you at Mid Ohio, and I have to apologize for it now."
All right,
Which
he's a
that
stand-up
was,
kind of guy.
4 or 5 years later or whatever it was, and he lied about it up to this point. But I at least finally got him to admit it and get him to apologize, I guess.
And see, the
Well, that
story
was
like
all
Let's
worth
get
that
it.
it.
is yeah, a story like that, especially with some of the couch crew chiefs that'll go, Ross Chastain, he's only worried about wrecking and plowing and wrecking. No, it's racing. If you're not out there to win, and I know it's sometimes tough for an underfunded team, but you go out there with the intention, I'm gonna bust my hump, I'm gonna go to the front, I'm gonna win this race. If you have any other viewpoint, get out. Um, I'll argue that point till the day I die. And Herm, being a Ross Chastain fan, probably liked that story more than anybody.
I
Ben
will say
Rungy, go ahead, please.
Ross is a dick 100%, but he is a good race car driver, and there's no taking that away.
I like
I
Ross.
love it.
The
I
apple
love it.
doesn't fall far from the tree as far as the fans are concerned. Ben has a question. How would you choose to drive your car? Oh, I guess it would be who.
I think that's a who.
Yeah, Ben. One thing first, learn English. Second, type it again. Who would you choose to drive your car if you could pick anyone?
Uh, right now, if it's current drivers, I don't know who would I pick. I would want to pick somebody that's not in top equipment that I know is really good, and that would probably be Alex, probably Alex LeBay, especially if it's on a road course. He drove for us a couple times this year on the road courses and did a phenomenal job, and was really upset at Chicago that race got cut short because I think we had a legit chance to either go win that race or get a top 5. We were running 14th all race and came in and pitted, and then it rained, and we were good to go on fuel, and we were able to put rain tires there on pit road where a bunch of guys were gonna have to come in and pit again. And when they cut that race short, it was a huge bummer. I think we ended up like 23rd, and we were much better than that. And then at Indy, we were able to finish 11th there with Alex with a PME engine, which is they're good quality stuff, but not compared or not as good as what you could get from like a Gibbs or like at least engine from ECR. So to be able to get 11th there with Alex was really cool, and I think he's definitely one of the best road course drivers out there right now.
In the comment section, Jay Reynolds, often in the comment section, love that guy. I've worked with Alex at DGM. He's an outstanding driver. Clayton Hawk, no budget, one car, one track, one lap. What are you choosing?
Oh, well, we asked that. Maybe we'll get a different answer.
What's the question there?
Kind
You
of goes
have no
back.
budget. You have no budget. You can dump any amount of funds into your car. You have one car, one track, one lap. Where are you driving? I think that's Duke's question.
We did that. Yeah, it was
That's pretty
Iowa.
much
It was Iowa in the Cup car.
That's Dave's standard question that he likes to
Yep,
ask.
that's
the Duke question. And Clayton, we're not picking on you or anything like that, but that's Duke's question. That's got a little trademark next to it.
Yeah, and
that
he's
says
what track did he say for that? What did he say?
Iowa.
Iowa in the Cup
Iowa,
car.
right?
Yep.
Now, I know as an owner, you really can't talk junk. Like you said, you don't know who's going to be walking through the doors, getting a job, wanting a job. You might need a job someday. But if you, in your mind's eye, before you got into the car, before you even started driving for other people or being an owner, was there a guy growing up watching racing like you did? You already mentioned Rusty Wallace and Ken Schrader as favorites. You're in front of the TV Sunday or even Saturday. Who was the guy you rooted against when you were younger?
It was probably I guess Kyle Busch and Jeff Gordon. I think it was Jeff Gordon just because my aunts liked them, so I wanted to be against them. But we all know Kyle's personality, so.
Junior had to run. Let Joey know. Thank you for coming on. Well, that's from PR Jones. If I could relocate, I'd knock on Joey's door for a job. That's Jay Reynolds. So if you ever see him in the garage, he was Jay, in the comment section, tell us who you were working for, are working for, etc. so forth. I know he did work with Ben Rhodes, so
Okay.
we'll leave that there. And he knows a friend of the show who is usually always in the comment section, our main man Christian Eckes. So wherever Christian is tonight, I hope he's having fun.
Yes.
All right, Duke's. I thought Duke had his thinking cap on.
No, I don't. I was just gonna say I'm looking forward to Daytona because there's a chance I'm probably gonna see you down there anyway. I was talking to Johnny the other day. I'm probably gonna come help him in the Florida swing of races this year, just to get back into the garage.
Cool.
So it'll be fun to be down there and get back into the swing of things down there. So I'm looking forward to getting down there and seeing you.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it.
All right. I've heard this question done on different other sports podcasts, and I don't think I've ever asked it here. These gentlemen will call me out if I have. This might be a first. If you had to make a Mount Rushmore of NASCAR drivers, what 4 faces are on that Mount Rushmore?
Oh, man. I guess Rusty Wallace, Kenny Schrader, Dale Earnhardt, and Richard Petty.
Wow. Kenny Schrader is an underrated pick. There's nothing he wouldn't drive. There's no chance he wouldn't take, but he's a guy that you never really heard too many bad words about. He's just one of those guys. You look, oh, it's Kenny Schrader. He's so nice. He's like the uncle. And when I met Kenny Schrader at Waterford Speed Bowl years ago here in Connecticut, he was just the nicest and sweetest guy. Of course, I didn't have to drive against him. So there are
Very
others that
humble
may have a
guy.
differing opinion. But wow, Kenny Schrader, underrated pick. Fantastic.
I like it. There was two names that I did not expect to hear was Rusty and Kenny. Those are interesting picks.
No, Rusty will always be on my Mount Rushmore. Absolutely,
Well,
1000%.
that's your mountain.
If my mountain would have Rusty Wallace, Dale Earnhardt, Richard Petty, and Cale Yarborough easily.
Those are good.
If you could give me a fifth little head on the side, Darrell Waltrip.
How could you fit
I
Darrell
just-
Waltrip into a little head? That's impossible.
You couldn't.
That man.
But I
needs
said
a
if
big-
I
That man
could.
needs a big space.
If I could, he'd be the little head on the side. Let's see, where are we at? Jay Reynolds said he left ThorSport at the end of this season. So,
Okay.
you know, if you're looking for a guy,
How are
Jay
you
Reynolds.
doing?
See, we got to start the website, racingjobs.com. Schrader comes up to Toledo
Damn.
every year. Figure 8 races. Races the buses. Wow. Okay. Ben says, "Good listen tonight, guys. He's got to go get the kids organized." Oh, children. What a lovely thing. All right. We don't have too many more questions coming in. Duke, you got anything?
I don't. Other than Joey, man, thank you for taking some time out of your day, out of your night, to come in and entertain. I don't know, 500 people that I had on my social stream watching and kind of talking us through some things, some back behind the scene things that a lot of people might not know about with the lower funded stuff.
Okay, there it is. There it is, Duke. All right, Duke's crowd, if you're listening, which I know you are,
Darrell
you
Waltrip
have
is from
5
my home
minutes to
state of
come in with some
KY.
questions for Joey Gase. If not, you're all fired, and may the fleas of 1,000 camels infest your socks. Jay Reynolds says, Cale Yarborough, Dale
I like
Earnhardt,
Darrell.
James Hilton, and Richard Petty. Wow. So while we're waiting for the
Kentucky.
questions, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the passing of Cale Yarborough this past week. 84? Just a long, good life, racing career like none other.
Earnhardt, Petty,
In
Bobby,
fact,
Allison,
it's one of
Waltrip.
2 times in my lifetime where I think Herm got a little. The Adam's apple was way up here. The first one I remember is John Madden. So I'm going to let you lead it off, Herm. Say a little about Cale Yarborough, please.
Caleb was
That's his given name.
That's his given name. Caleb was he was my favorite driver when I was young. I just liked watching him race. And he was one of those drivers where, regardless of where he was in the race, he was always in everybody's mouth. They were always talking about him. You know what I mean? It was just, yeah, he was like one of the first names that I recognized and followed when I was younger, with NASCAR. So when I heard that he passed, it was a little choke up. It was, I was like, oh, damn, that's damn.
Yeah.
That's a little sad.
We'll throw it to Joey. From a driver's perspective, the loss of Cale Yarborough.
You know, it was obviously a huge bummer for the whole community. You know, there's a lot of guys that really got the sport to where it was today, and he was definitely one of them.
Duke.
Yes, sir. So I met Cale in Darlington. This was back in '06, I believe it was, and we had a good time. I was out because when I was in the sport, I was at the front end of the back end of everybody. Some of the older guys' careers.
I only
they
got
were
a chance to meet him on pit road at the racetrack
and
shake.
some of the stuff that I
His
was
hand
able
never
to
had a
do
lot conver.
with him and some of the old guys was a lot of fun and memories I'll never forget and struggle to remember at the same time. But we had a really good time with Cale. Cale was a really like I love watching the videos of him back in the day when they tell the stories of they had an in-car camera, and they had a weird noise. They couldn't figure out what the hell the noise was, and lo and behold, it was Kale making the engine sounds as he's driving around the track. Have you never heard that story?
I
So
have
yeah,
not.
so they had an in-car camera. I think it was at
It was
Darlington,
him.
and they had an
Yes.
in-car camera, and they heard something as they're driving around, and they couldn't figure out what it was, and come to find out, Kale was making
And
engine
it's him
sounds
driving Hot Wheels
as he
cars.
was driving the car. He was making the engine noises with his mouth. But he was an interesting character and definitely a loss for the sport. Tried some things there with that extra series that could have been like what the SRX is today. Tried that back in the day to try to get some different angles on the sport, and he was hell of a guy, hell of a wheel man. Strong, tough man. Will be
By the
missed.
time I came in, I want to say 84ish, as a fan, he was on the downswing, but he was out there. He was tough. It was a lot like watching, I hate to say it like this, watching Cale Yarborough in the later years was like watching DW in the later years. He's out there, he's running, and he's putting his best foot forward. It's just not translating. It was time to move on. But as my fandom grew, I learned how many people he influenced, from the Rusty Wallaces, the Kenny Schraders, Mark Martin, Tony Stewart, Kevin Harvick. The list goes on and on. Who will tell you, when I was a kid, that was the guy to watch. This was the guy. Richard Petty was the king, but Cale Yarborough was the muscle. And he proved it. And the championships, the wins, everything else. Yeah, one of a kind race car driver. His presence in the garage area and with the young up and coming drivers that he talked to and gave advice to certainly has been felt over the years, and he's going to be missed. He was one of a kind, and let's not forget, like Jay says, the Daytona flip, the first words out of his mouth afterwards, where do we run? He was just a racer's racer, and you know it's a sad time to have to say goodbye to Cale, but
And then took a car that was parked at Hardee's and wheeled it to victory at
yeah,
Daytona. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because the story's only been told 9,000 times. Cale Yarborough's, and you guys are going to help me here. Cale Yarborough's feud with the Alabama gang, the Allison boys.
Well,
Do you
no,
think
no, it was his. It was just his chin that had a feud with Donnie's fist, wasn't it? That was the only
see
feud. It was just his chin that had the problem. Donnie said that his
at,
his his chin went to hitting on his fist. So I mean, I don't know.
after that wreck at Daytona, all you heard for years, anytime Cale Yarborough or any member of the Allison family, be it Donnie, Bobby, Davey, even when Davey was coming up, oh, look at that. There's an Allison and a Yarborough right next to each other. Wonder what fireworks are gonna go off now.
That's what made the sport though. That's what planted those roots. Because I know when I was growing up watching it, that's those are what I remember. That's just what grew the roots in the sport. It's a bummer to see the Pioneers go, but you know, may they rest in peace.
Absolutely. As we get older and the world gets colder, I don't care what Greta Thunberg says. The world is getting colder. You step outside my house, you freeze. That's what happens here in Connecticut.
That's horrible.
I know it's terrible. You guys are all in sunny, beautiful places, and I'm here in the blistering north.
It was only like 45 degrees today. It wasn't a golf day. Come
Oh,
on.
only. Oh, oh.
It was
All right. Jay
47 in
comes
Central
in.
Florida.
Jay comes in. There's a show on YouTube called Racers Reunion that explains
Rip
it
to a
all.
great
Bobby
man.
said Kale slugged him in the car, and Bobby said to himself, I better get out and take care of this right now or run from it the rest of my life. I'll go to Joey on this one. As a racer's mentality, you get roughed up, you get wrecked, what have you. You mentioned a couple of conversations you've had over your career. Has it ever gotten physical?
The one there with Ross that I was talking about, it got pretty big there. It was, but
I
it was
had
more
that on
so
VHS.
not with Ross. It was more so with the rest of Ross's crew, and I could never really get to Ross. But I was pretty upset there at that moment, which I'm definitely not really for fighting or anything like that. But sometimes just enough is enough, and racing definitely brings a lot of emotion out of people for sure. But I will say, normally when that happens, I guess it's normally good for the sport, and they give somebody to talk something to talk about, I guess.
Do you think the sport is a little sanitized now when it comes to driver interaction? And I don't say this to be, you know, blood sport, thirsty, yada, 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 but you don't see the things you saw with, say, Wallace and Earnhardt or Gordon Keselowski or Keselowski versus everybody. You just don't see it anymore.
BROOO,
Is
the
there
Grinch is still here.
an edict, and Dave can help on this too? Is there an edict that says, okay, guys, I don't care what happens, nobody's throwing punches?
I definitely would not agree with any of that came out of
Okay,
your mouth
Yo,
right
Big Herm, what's
please.
up?
there.
That's why I'm
Just to be
asking.
honest, I mean, I would say that maybe uh, maybe a little while ago, but here recently, definitely not. And I guess you could say the whole garage is against Ross right now. I guess you could say that a couple years ago or whatever it might be, but I think you've seen kind of a good amount of fights. I thought here in actually the recent years. So, and NASCAR's basically kind of told us to a point, have at it as long as it's not on the racetrack. And, when happened with Ross and I back in 2018, we were actually brought behind some closed doors that a lot of people didn't know
You,
about,
Big Herm,
and
don't you
said to
ignore
make
me
sure
now,
nothing
boy.
else happens on the racetrack here, or it wouldn't be good for either of us. So I would say NASCAR definitely will step in more so probably on stuff going on the racetrack, but not so much as far as little physical activity goes off of it. I think NASCAR now realizes and knows that
Duke, I'm
honestly, to a
playing.
point, that's good for the
Are you
sport,
good?
and the fans kind of like it.
Yeah, it
And that's
certainly adds
kind of goes
excitement.
go for at the same uh, point,
Oh,
from the partying aspect, not nothing to do with the racing, but like the partying at, racetracks as far as like Talladega or, Texas and stuff like that. NASCAR kind of really came in and kind of tried to, which it, at times definitely got out of hand, but they're kind of letting it, go back to the way it used to be for sure. And I think if anyone's been to Talladega or Daytona in recent years, it's definitely a pretty good time there in the infield, and pretty crazy for sure.
Duke was nodding his
what
head.
did you all
Yes,
think of Ricky
yes,
Rudd?
yes, yes. I got to hear this.
I mean, yeah, it was back in that '05 through '08, '09 era was pretty wide open. Especially, we were going to Mexico and Canada, and yeah, it was a good time. It was a real good time back in those days. I can yeah, I can speak for that.
So, so the legend of
Yes,
Talladega
it's wild
Boulevard
Talladega,
is
leave your
real.
wife and
Oh
morals at
yeah,
home.
Talladega. Yes, that is absolutely for real.
I'm not going to lie to you. Talladega Boulevard is on my bucket list. I don't want to see the Taj Mahal. I don't want to see the Great Pyramids of Giza. I want to party on Talladega Boulevard just once.
Well, you'll
There's
see the Great
definitely
Pyramids of Giza on the Talladega Boulevard. I can assure you.
there's there's definitely nothing like it. It's pretty cool. Like I try to explain a part of it as it's like spring break, but for every age group,
Yep.
from the younger to the older, and really for the most part, everyone gets along and just parties. And even if you don't care about racing or partying or anything, even if you just like music,
You're going to
honestly,
see
the
everything, and I
boulevard's
mean
pretty fun
everything.
because each section of it there's its own, if it's hip hop, if it's rap, if it's rock, if it's country, something like that is playing at some point, if it's a live band or a DJ or whatever it might be. So it's definitely a pretty cool environment, to say the least.
Ricky
And
Rudd?
the other
Nope.
cool thing on the boulevard is like you'll have a $5 million RV parked next to a $100 tent or camper, and everyone just gets along and parties. It's pretty cool.
I had the same
And you see
experience in
little kids walking
Darlington. We
around.
had
Yes.
a fantastical big Def Leppard Express tour bus type thing parked next to us, and we had a pop up, and we made friends with them as the weekend goes on. We were there for a week in Darlington, and they're like, "Hey guys, thanks for making us dinner last night. Would you like to come in and shower?" Yes, we would. And guys are driving golf carts through the campground. Hey, don't know who you are. Hey, y'all want some moonshine? Yes, we would. And just had the best time. But I need to know who turned 4 and why is that balloon
I was going to
right
comment
behind
on
your
that.
head?
Yeah, I guess that's so back there. My kids, I have identical twin boys, and they just turned 4. So I think they brought
Nice.
that in my office probably a little bit ago, and you guys probably heard them yell and scream a few times in the background too.
Have not, but Duke's people do not use the Google machine. Our people do not use the Google machine. If you can guess their names, I'm throwing out Smith and Wesson. Those are your boys, right?
Close,
Walker and
but not.
Texas Ranger.
Carson and Jace is
Okay.
their name.
Well, you were so close.
Happy birthday, kids, wherever you are.
Yes.
Enjoy. 4 is one of the best years of your life. When you turn 44, it all goes downhill.
Yep. I'll be there in July.
Oh, look at you. Happy birthday in July.
Yeah.
In case I forget it.
You will. It's all right.
All right. So, where can the fans of
birthday
this
to the young
show,
ones.
Duke Stream, or racing fans around the world find you and follow your career, buy merchandise, etc.?
Yeah, everyone can visit Joey Gase Racing on Facebook, the X, or Instagram, and Joey Gase Racing online as well. And give us a like and a follow.
Duke 44
and,
is
we
still
definitely
gold.
appreciate if you do that on there, and Emerald Gase Motorsports as well.
Excellent. Well, we definitely appreciate you coming on tonight. This has been fun, and I've never seen Duke so excited for a guest before. So I was pretty happy about that.
Hi.
Drivers and people that work in that part of the garage, and Joey knows what I'm talking about. Like it's the back 40, but it's
Hey,
where
I
everybody
have
hangs out and have
already
fun. Man,
looked
I
you
have
up since you guys
a
came on
special
tonight.
place in my heart for people that work
Hi,
in
Howera.
that part of the garage, because you just got to keep digging. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all about. That's it, man. Like you just gotta you got to do everything you can do. If you're the tire guy, you're probably the chassis guy.
Keep
You're
digging.
doing everything else at the same time. Working in the shop, putting in crush panels, going to the track. It's just so fun to have people like you on here to kind of explain what is actually like behind the scenes, and I like having people like you on the show. So thank you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I enjoy it, and thanks for having me on. But like you said, everyone thinks it's that every team's like the big teams, and it's
It's not.
nothing like that. When I was uh, I mean, not talking bad about this guy or anything like that, but we're going through a job interview the process, and they were laying off at a big team, or when next gen cars were coming in, and his only job was to put fuel cells in. And if you're
That
a
must be
small
nice.
team guy, you're like, how do you do that all week? And like on our on our type of teams, one guy has like 100 jobs to do. The crew chiefs, like our crew chiefs, are hand on. They're building their own cars and then setting them up and then calling the races during it. So it's definitely very different, and myself included. I've always been hand on working on the cars and wrapping the cars or whatever it might be. So it's I wish it was like that for every team to a point. But yeah, it's definitely cool to know the guys that know how that is for sure.
There's
Yes.
one last question I have, and this one is special for Herm. I have to ask you because you've mentioned his name about 600 times.
Another
and
reason why
I'm
Cliff
guessing that
Daniels is my
the
favorite
rivalry
CC.
has gone
Dude,
away.
this is part and
You kind of
stops.
smoothed it out. What was your thought a year ago when Ross Chastain made that video game move around Martinsville to secure himself a spot in the championship 4?
It was definitely impressive and wild, and I'll say, if anyone was going to do that, it was probably going to be Ross because he always seems the luck into things, or whatever you might say, or call it. It was 1,000% really lucky, but at the same time, he had the willingness to go win and get into the playoffs, and that's what
Feeds
it
and
took,
receives
and he
tires.
did whatever it took to make that happen. So I think it was cool and wild, and I forget who he even knocked out when that
Wasn't it
happened. But
Hamlin?
I would have been so mad if I was that guy. But he did what he had to do to get in, and it was definitely wild and cool and something that was good for the sport because everyone was talking about it. So
Absolutely. I just really wanted to do that for Herm. So there you go, buddy.
It was a physics question answer. That entire
Hamlin.
exercise using that wall was a beautiful exercise in physics. He literally
and
took the fact that centrifugal force is going to want to throw you out
Hey,
and use the wall to stop that force. And if you're not slipping, you got speed, bro. If you're not sliding off the track, you got forward speed. So it was the most beautiful use of a high school physics class sample that anybody's ever friggin'
Oh
seen. I'm
man,
not gonna lie. It was beautiful.
it was good. It was good.
and
I agree.
and I will say I don't think that would have worked in a truck or an Xfinity car. I think it worked better in the next gen car just
Because of the
because
sidewalls.
of the
This is
sidewall of the tires.
that worked
Our
because of the
Xfinity car or
sidelines.
truck tire would have grabbed the wall where the low profile, it's not sticking out, and there's a whole lot less tire there to grab the wall and make it stick that way, if that makes sense.
Before you go, Jay is sending his resume. My duties at ThorSport on the 66 team: build and install fuel cells and lines, all of the wrapping, electrical installation, install rear suspension, order the tires. We had a part-time hauler driver for that team, so stock hauler, dry cleaning for pit uniforms, at track setup scales,
do you
general
think
mechanic,
extended fenders
jackman,
help
and
too?
fuel runs between stop. The only thing Jay Reynolds isn't doing is flipping burgers and asking you if you want fries with that. He is the master of all things.
Well, you don't
Well, I
know.
like
You
it.
can't
He,
say that. You can't say that because if he's a part-time hauler driver, I bet you he's cooking something sometime or another when he gets to the track. So I bet you he's done it. If he's driving the hauler sometime, I bet you he's cooked something.
Jay has got to come on at some point. I think we talked to him briefly one time on the, how do we fire our former PR guy? But that was it. He's got to come on and have fun. So I flipped burgers for dinner tonight. Of course, Jay, you did. Good Lord. I can't get a joke past anybody tonight. It's just one of those days. But Joey, thank you again. We very much appreciate it. Love to have you back sometime, hopefully to talk about your racing in 2024. If we have a week where there's not a lot of series running and you have some free time on a Wednesday, please come back. We'd love to have you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys, for having me on, and hope you guys have a good rest of your night.
Thank you.
You
You
too.
too. Happy
Joey,
New
have a
Year,
good
my
night,
friend.
man. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
Yep. See you.
Just a good down to earth kid. I like him.
Yes. Yep. Good dude.
Fuck. There,
Oh, see, he had to wait till the end.
Oh, you could. Damn, you did a good job, Herm.
I'm going to give Herm a lot of credit.
I held that in for an hour and 19 minutes.
Golly, bro.
I got to
Jeez,
give Herm
you've been holding
credit. I've
that for
never.
a while.
Herm, get the button ready. I have known Herm for over 30 years. And this is the longest I've heard him go without cussing ever
Jesus.
in nearly 40 years.
Oh, that's good stuff.
He showed the proper amount of respect to our guest. Appreciate it, Herm.
That was good. That was good.
Just want to let you guys know out there, and Herm and Duke are already kind of in the mix. We have some guests coming up. We can't
Jesus,
announce them
tap
now
dancing
because
Christ.
of when
Way
they're
to
going to
go,
get
Herm.
scheduled. We've got some really good names coming up as we barrel through January and get ready for February. Now, I say this because, Corey's not here. Corey, wherever you are, get well. I had to drag myself off my deathbed
Jesus,
to come
Mary,
here.
and
Why
Joseph.
can't you? The
My chat has
2000
turned into unchurchly stings.
I can imagine.
They're with Herm.
The 2024 fantasy draft is coming up. Now there are 3 criteria
Jesus led
to this
Tunderin.
draft. 1, you're a member of the show. So Herm, Duke, Tank,
You just updated my profile and name
Myself.
it's Lucas.
Corey, and Tori. So it looks like there's going to be 6 teams.
We were never
The draft
churchy.
goes as follows. You get 4 drivers. You get to pick 1 driver between 1 and 10, 1 driver between 11 and 20, 1 driver between 21 and the field, including rookies, and then there's a flex position. So if you draft
Church's
early,
chicken?
you're going to grab a second top 10 driver, maybe you grab an 11 through 20. At the end of the year, everyone pays the champion. There's no first, second, third place. We don't play like that.
Just one winner.
One winner, 5 losers. If you're in, great. If you're not, well, you can listen to me do fantasy points at the end like you guys
I thought
did.
he was talking door
all
numbers,
this year.
bro. LMAO.
Wasn't a resume. There was just 4 people building the trucks for the team, unlike the 14 to 17 people on other teams. I get it, Jay. Appreciate that. I'm just busting your chops. Come on now. Herm couldn't say the F word for an hour and 19 minutes. I got to do something. But hopefully I get a hold of Tori this week, find out first of all, if everything is going good with him, and when he's coming, got to come back for draft time. But the year, not last year, but the year before, I was the winner. I'm a 2-time winner. Corey stole my title last year, like Ric Flair smashing me in the head with a belt. He's a dirty, rotten cheater,
Derek
and he
come
doesn't
and
deserve
knock
to
on
be
our
champion.
door.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
Dude, if Harvick doesn't get bumped at 50 points, I win. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But no, Corey's guy gets a fine, and then it's like, no, we're going to take it away. You don't get a fine. You're special.
Give me 2
Get
claps
outta
and a
here with
Ric
that
Flair.
garbage.
Well, yeah, it's okay.
That's all right. I'm venting. I have another 3 weeks to do it until we get into fantasy time. You have any questions? Herm, you got in late about the Herm's gonna turn into Cartman now. Fuck,
Gentlemen.
fuck.
It is time. I must go.
He's gonna go racing. I'm
I
gonna
am.
catch him.
We're gonna do Indianapolis in the Gen 4 Cup car.
Nice.
Road course or the oval?
No, the oval.
Okay, I'll come harass you.
They're screaming about 9,700 RPM at the end of the straightaway. So
The
We're gonna
beautiful
get
thing
going.
about when I watch Duke race is I always try to make him laugh.
y'all have a good night.
You
Have a
too.
good one, Duke. We'll close it.
All right, here we go. I gotta figure out the camera.
9,700 pures.
I gotta figure out the camera here. So that goes off. Alright, yeah, that's off.
Hey,
That's
what's up, Duke?
on.
Stay right on
That's
this page
on.
here, Duke.
That's on. That's not on. That's not on. That's on. That's on. Ooh, I don't know which one. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's off. Okay, well, I think we're good, boys. I think we're good. The only thing
This
we're
one.
missing. What do you mean?
Dang, I
this
am
one?
gonna miss your race.
I'm fixing to race. I'm fixing to get on right now.
We got
Let's
it.
get driver cam. Let's see here what we got. Driver cam.
The Royal We.
The Royal We.
Elevated?
Why is that not on? Okay, so then that's the problem. What is the deal? That needs to be on. That needs to be on. Okay. Oh boy, I think I've screwed up. Oh no, there we go. Okay, I think we're good now. We need to turn that Mountain Dew off. Hello. No, we're not good.
Do you have anything broccoli infused, Duke?
No. Why would I? Let's see, what are we missing? Hang on. Let's see here. At least we got that if we need that, so that's good.
Fat Soul Herm Derm's Realm.
Man, where is the...
Just bought Indy going to practice tonight and give the race a shot tomorrow.
Is that it? Did I change that? Okay, so let's move this down. There we go. Alright. Alright, welcome in, y'all. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Time to go race. Let's go qualify. Yeah, with no...
Are you ready, Space Cadet?
I'm an astronaut. I don't go to space. I'm a big boy.
Ha ha ha. I
Man,
am most definitely an astronaut.
I need to clip that and tag him in it just to see if if he responds. That would be funny. What's up, Retro? Thank you for the
I am
love,
just here
bro.
so I don't
Thank you
get
for the
fined.
love.
I am an extraterrestrial. Let's go, Gumplings.
Are we not live on 2.0? Did we miss out on what's going on 2.0? Oh. What just happened?
I drive the mothership.
There you go. That's good. Good. Very good. Very, very good. Uh-oh.
Technical difficulties.
Man, just a little bit. God, we're gonna go out here, no practice
Das
at
Boot?
all, and try to friggin' throw down a lap. And my bam. Nothing is on, man.
Oops, yeah. What da world? Ask for a competition caution at lap 15.
Man, I'm gonna need it.
At B Burls on 4th, that's my man right there. Sup, dude? You ready?
I should have got out of this thing earlier, bro. Golly.
Yes, y'all Doran alright tonight? Finally out that interview type
I
thing.
bad. It's a podcast, and we do that every Wednesday night. And then we're gonna do iRacing after that, but we might have might have Ty Dillon on next week.
Doing
so
alright,
we'll
I
see.
suppose.
Finally out of that interview type.
You like
thing.
doing that?
Yes, I love
I am
doing
pretty
that.
good.
It's fun. It opens its opportunities for other things. You know, like we get to talk to different people. I think we might have Ty Dillon coming on next week, possibly. Yeah, it's fun. It's not something I thought I would like.
Sponsorships possibly?
You never know, man. You never know what set of eyes are watching or what set of ears are listening. So you might as well let her rip, bro.
Amen to that. Hashtag Samsung Ice.
Never know. Oh boy. Almost wrecked her at low
Its Lucas
speed.
changed the profile pick and name. Loose on the blend. What was that all about? LMAO. I blame Earl. Running Indianapolis?
Green flag.
Chaos. You never know, bro. You never know who's watching or listening. Golly, I should have practiced.
Get this cat wound up. Wonder Bread will be calling. I am on fire, Tom Cruise.
Hopefully we have a better second lap because that was awful.
52.517.
No,
Bring from
we just
Indiana
overdrove
nothing
it.
better than the Brickyard and Indy 500. I like to pray to little baby Jesus.
I just overdrove the piss out of one. It's awful.
What's up, big dude? What's today's car? 4 was
Jet
good.
4. Jet 4
Checker
wasn't
flag.
bad. I wish I would
What's
have
the
had
center
a
line
lap
on
or two.
telemetry?
Center line is steering input. The white is steering input. Obviously, red is brake, green is throttle.
Gotcha.
What was that noise?
Are you an Indy?
Yes, this is Indy. One of my favorite tracks. I'm struggling at it for some reason.
Mr.
I-
Superman no home.
I like I like Indy. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some water, y'all. Hang on.
Was that the pizza man calling?
I don't know what that was.
Your phone was ringing.
That wasn't my phone.
Those turns can be tricky. Something came up on screen middle right. Water and that hashtag Samsung Ice hashtag not a sponsor hashtag yet. Do you have 5 minutes to talk about your car insurance?
I'll be right back, y'all.
They're here to ask you about your car's extended warranty. Grid.
Yeah, I know. I got, what, a minute and a half? We're going to be there in just a second, y'all.
Call the general now. Something on screen now above the pocket socks.
All right, I'll take a look at it. How much time do I got?
$115.
All right.
30 seconds. 1 minute.
That's good. That's funny. That's funny. I was waiting on somebody to say that. All right.
You're actually late.
Something above pocket socks.
They're
What
even
is-
tricky on NASCAR Heat 5.
What?
Shows on our screens. Live studio alert.
What
Live
does it
studio
show?
notification.
What does it show? I don't know what it shows. I don't have any notifications. I don't know.
Bottom right of your
fellas,
screen.
we got an amazing day for a race here today. It's a great racetrack for us, guys. I'm looking forward to having a lot of
LSS and
fun.
DM.
Got a great crowd, great weather, great race car, great pit box. Everything's looking good, fellas, so let's be smart. The estimated SOF is 3,101. We have 2 sets of tires. Just watch your inside going into
Ride
turn
the
1.
high line and let off
We see
after
that
the
hero line
100
guys
meter
diving to the
marker.
inside.
Carry more speed
road's
YK.
closed.
Discord DM.
You're behind the 10. Line up behind the chase car. Should be starting behind the 11.
Raise hell, praise Dale.
Line up behind the 22. You're going to be lining up behind the 12.
Oh, I see it. Got it. Thank you. I didn't see it.
Real fast, real left. Good job.
Thank you, Derek.
PC with ERR
I heard
body.
that.
He's making about her left turn. If you ain't first or last, give him heel. It's race day, baby. Time to shake and bake.
Give me a quick radio check, please.
Gotta shake it before you bake it.
Of course I did.
All right, here we go.
Boss man, pace cars off. Go out and kick some ass, having fun. Green flag.
Nothing like that classic ESPN racing music. Let's go
Outside.
I
racing
got
boys.
3.
50 big ones here at the
Still
Bridge Yard.
outside. Clear high.
Green flag, baby. Do you chew Big Red?
Outside.
It's
Two
showtime
right
at the
outside.
Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
1
I
outside.
usually stay low on the turns.
Still out there. Still outside. Still outside. 59.679. Still outside. Outside is clear.
Well, he's lucky it's lap 2.
Car is screaming. Keep that pace, dude.
52.58.
Dude, do you think your trap bar is helping you? Hit time?
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Scream, baby, scream. No sound on 2.0.
Alright. I think it's unplugged. If we get a caution, I can fix it.
Outside. Still outside. 53.365. Still outside. Clear. Side. Still there.
Let's throw that in way
Clear
too
low.
Here, I'll come over to your place and fix it.
Oh, it's unplugged. I know where it's at.
Left corner. Okay, gotcha fam.
53.296.
I know.
Little does he know, I don't know where he is. Do you like in and out?
.259. The leader just did a 52.852. Outside. Clear him.
We're stressing old Duke out tonight. We're too quiet.
Oh, mother.
Inside.
Dang it.
Still there at your door. 53.655.
He's concentrating.
Still there. Clear low.
Not very good.
Excuse me sir, but after that tap I'm going to need your insurance. What's insurance?
$53.613.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Outside. Clear, clear.
Boy, he's pinching. Entry looks good. Back corner up and you get him down the straight all day. He's gonna slip up, stay at it.
53.979.
He's holding you up big time.
Outside. Still outside. All clear.
Hell yeah.
Oh, dang it.
The new Ryan Newman. Bump and run.
I hate
Inside,
that run.
Still inside.
Frustrating.
54.153. Still inside. Still inside. Clear inside. Inside.
Get off the wall, you idiot.
Roll.
Still there. Clear.
Damn.
Outside.
That's all
Outside.
me. Oh,
You're outside if you want it.
you get in the wall in these things and you can't get out of it. That was
Good
awful,
save, though.
awful.
That was hard racing though, good stuff. Regroup here. Car seems fine.
We'll be alright. We'll get it fixed.
Inside. Still inside.
He needs some milk.
57.284. Still there. Still there, quarter inside. Clear, clear.
Long way to go. Plenty of time.
Outside. Clear, clear.
I'm sorry, y'all.
What?
I had no.
Oh,
I'm sorry, y'all. I had no steering.
Quickly tell me about your car if you can.
I couldn't steer it. I'm
Get those
sorry.
binoculars
Never mind
around.
I
y'all.
didn't know the steering
at
was
the
going
weather, make
out.
sure it looks like we're gonna have plenty of
I am
turn.
sorry.
How bad is it, Earl? It's going by you now. I don't know.
I mean, considering you know, smacked the wall, I mean, I would have been a little more cautious.
Line up
I don't
behind
know
the
what
three.
actually happened though.
Well, yeah, I was trying
Come
not to
around
hit the
the
end of
safe
pit
car.
wall, so I just kind of, missed it, and then I couldn't steer it back to the left because the steering was completely broke. I can steer it
You
right,
start
couldn't
behind the
steer it
tree.
left, which is not what I was trying to do until I had to.
I'm not shocked you brought that caution out.
Well,
Dang.
to be fair, the guy in front of me hit the fence, and then that's what got me into the fence.
Oof.
Just blows my mind. He'd rather knock the wall down than let people
That
go.
got wild.
And one, do you want to, like try and go catch the field? I just don't want to, completely lose them.
pit entrance in
I guess he
turn
doesn't
1.
like racing hard. I mean, damn, we only got 40 laps or 25 laps to get to the caution or to get to the pit cycle. I mean, yeah, we're racing hard. As a result of it. He got the
Racing
fence pretty
deal.
good.
Looked fine.
Oh, he got
Yeah, that
the
was
fence.
definitely a video game move. Once you hit that inside wall like that, you need to just keep wheel left and
I
just
think
anchor
that
the
they're going to
brakes.
penalize
Man.
us
He's
for
bitter.
pit too
Video
early.
games, yeah, you can try to save it,
Gonna have
but
to start tailing
here
along
we're
the
playing
line.
for real
We
points.
jump, fellas. We're
Nothing
10
but
away. 5 away.
Hey AJ, I don't know if you heard me, but
Add
when I
your
said
mark.
it wouldn't
Now,
steer
turn in, turn in,
left,
turn in, turn in.
I don't know. I hit the brakes, I couldn't stop
Stop on
either,
your mark.
right? So I'm not
Points?
sure. But yeah, what points?
We can repair most of the damage. You'll
No,
have
I did
minor
hear you
wheel
say that,
damage.
but I also heard you say that you
Ha ha ha.
first you try
I
to
love how
avoid
he's
pit
trying to
entry
tell you
wall
what to do.
by turning, and then you couldn't turn it back to the left. So
Exactly. I turned it right and didn't know it wouldn't turn left until I had to turn left. I mean, damn, you're headed towards into pit wall. Are you going to try to miss it? Or are you going to try to just hit it?
It's a
What
Ken.
are you going to do?
I'm going to hit it because I know my car's already toast, and I don't want to take out 4 other guys.
Okay.
I was just making a point, man.
I bet you're not.
This, like in real life, you think they'd cross the track? No, they would.
He's
They
just
would
being
do
a
everything they
Karen.
could not to go across the track.
It's just a game, bro.
Yeah.
No, in real life they'd try to hit the pit wall.
That's what I'm saying. They would physically try to stop their car on the wall.
Oh man.
Ah, needs some milk.
He acts like I wanted to be out in the middle of
It's
the
okay,
track.
he doesn't know racecraft either.
Oh man. Jeez.
So you hit the wall, then bounce back into the track anyways. Someone
Yeah.
is salty. Bless his heart.
Oh well. We had a bad race.
He
That
must
guy-
not have watched a race before.
That guy was irritated. That one guy
AJ
was
just
irritated
mad
that
his
I was-
girlfriend left him.
That was
He
racing
needs a
hard.
Karen gift basket.
Legacy
AJ never
Michigan.
raced a real car. He's just jealous of the pipe.
He said it's a video game move. I hit the wall and I was going towards pit wall. I didn't want to take a penalty. I didn't know it wouldn't steer left yet. It
What
felt
just
pretty
happened?
good going this way. And then when I clear pit wall,
But you
I
could have
find out,
kept it
oh,
on the
shit.
wall.
Like-
Insert sarcasm.
As soon as I clear pit wall, I realized it doesn't turn left. Like that's a heck of a time to figure that out. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm hitting pit wall. We're racing for points. Well, what? Come on.
I hear that violin playing. My heart plays purple peanut butter for him.
I don't know. And then the guy was mad that we were racing hard, and I got in the fence because I wouldn't let him go. Well, I mean, all right. Yeah,
He wipes back to front.
it's all good. It's part of it.
Dude acts like he is going to get paid for points.
Sometimes, you know what? It is what it is.
Audio not right on 2.0.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's not because it's unplugged.
Oh no, not my points. You're a winner to us, man.
There, I think you should be good on 2.0 now.
Sand in the VJ, what I heard.
I think the 2.0 should be good.
Got to run, Duke. Catch you on the next one.
See you, man. Golly, that sucks. I don't even know how to run this track. I'm gonna get a lap. Send it.
You are not as petty as I am. My ovaries are busted. Superspeedway. Yes, he is bald. Legacy Michigan writes.
Need to enter a little bit higher. Might will be alright here.
I always thought Beef was bald and that's why he wore that hat. The guy that taught me open wheel modified told me one time, just get in and figure it out.
We got a lot to figure out, boys. We've got a lot
Michigan
to
is a
figure
good
out.
place to run after Indy. Better clip that drift. LMAO.
Let's go race, because we got no choice at this point. Golly, I hate that I took that out. I bet you I get protested for that. What you want to bet? He said it's a video game move to hit the wall and then choose to avoid hitting the pit wall head on and try to avoid getting a penalty, and then and then realizing it won't turn back left. Like
3 and 4 got easy off throttle in.
Oh, chaos. Wait till you see what I'm going to start, man. I got these $5 demo endurance races coming up. So I partnered with Race City Racing Memorabilia. They do diecast. And so I don't know what night it's going to be. Maybe Monday or Tuesday night from 8:10 to 9:10. The server will open at 8:10 and it'll have 25 minutes of practice, 25 minutes of race, and 10 minutes of qualifying or something like that. Because I'm going to broadcast it and have some different stuff. But here's the deal. It'll be dirt street stock at Lanier. No damage, no cautions. 2 rules. You can't drive backwards more than one corner.
How much is the buy-in again?
$5. You can't drive backwards more than one corner, and you can't run around pit road. Other than that, it's no holds bar. All blacks will be cleared. Right, so there's no damage. If second and third want to team up on first and hold them up against the wall, completely fine. The max cars we can have is 45, but the winner will get a die cast of their choice for that week, and then at the end of the month,
I got the hell beat out me last night.
We'll give away some keep digging merch too, into like the champion, because granted, not everybody's going to get a race in every race, but at the end of the month, we'll take the person, maybe the person that gets the most X's, right? That has the most incident points at the end of the month. We'll get a free shirt or a hat or something like that. I think that's fun. That way,
it's gonna be wild demo derby.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be wild, bro. It's gonna be fun. Lots of fun. Did we do this? We're gonna do it again, just in case.
3 and 4 run high ease off throttle in. Where is the Lanier track at?
Georgia.
You didn't.
I didn't what? What did I not do? No, I didn't. You're right.
I bet a Fig 8 race like that would be fun as well.
Oh yeah, we can do that as well. We can do figure 8.
I live right next to it. May not have, but we thought about it.
Green flag.
Hello dude, I am kickback, let's race.
Well, I'm 3/10 off my fastest. But at least we got around the track.
39.92.
I am going to bed guys, long day. I know
I
that's
got a little
feeling
free
long.
on exit.
At B-Burls on Fortnite, bro, love you.
Hey, Chris.
See y'all on the flip side.
We need to get Chaos on the show one night.
Checker
Mr.
flag.
Man Meter. He's a track owner too.
At
But we
Derek
need
Knight,
to,
bro,
we need
love
to
you.
get him on the show one night, man. He's a super late model driver. Keep digging ambassador, track owner. But we definitely need to get him on. Billy, that Chris is he's the co-host, or the main host of the Speedway Review podcast I was telling you about today. So yeah, we would love to have you on, man.
Love ya, Duke. Good night, bro.
Good night, Burleson. Love you. Thanks for stopping in, man. Always love seeing you in here.
What's up? Yes, sir, had one of
Man.
them long days. Just give
So,
out.
At least we qualify. I mean, we had a decent lap, right? I mean, that wasn't horrible.
Me shotgun.
Yes.
How long you gonna keep it out the wall? Lol.
Man, I don't know. Hopefully long enough this time. We'll see. So we're back. We got sound back on the 2.0 channel on the tickety-tockety.
What wheel and pedals you using?
I got the
No
Moza,
video game moves.
I got the Moza R5 with the CRP pedals. Eric, I tell you what, if you want to go to the link in my bio, I have everything linked in there. I got places to get it. I did used to have everything.
I
linked
just
in
got
there,
back. What
but
was
I have
that
a
sound
link.
a while ago? Lol.
What sound a while ago? But if you go to the link in my bio, I got everywhere, like you
Any
can get
dirty dubs
equipment.
tonight?
No. Where to get equipment, how to get started with iRacing, where to get a PC, wheels, pedals, all that stuff.
Sweet thanks.
Yep.
Fixed.
Yes, Chance, this is fixed.
You were confused.
Well, one to go.
Sounded like a
You'll be
ringtone.
starting on the outside.
I think I know where to get all
We're
that
way
stuff.
good on fuel. Way good on fuel. So do what you got to do.
Yes, Terry.
The
I think you
estimated
do.
SOF is 2,566.
Nice lap there, Kyle.
We expect to be fighting for the podium.
You changed steering offset or anything?
Yeah.
Hey Duke, how are you? How is your racing tonight?
Terrible so far. I'd run 16-1 plus 5.
No pipe
plus
tonight.
8. I got the pipe somewhere. This is This is like the second or third split. I don't.
Good luck, Duke. Last
Thank you.
race?
Nah, yeah, probably. I don't know if we crash out early like we did last race. No, we'll
Good luck, Duke. Do you stream on other platforms or only TikTok?
We have to.
Yes.
That's tires.
Havoc, I've got a second TikTok channel. It's BigDuke_Sim_Racing 2.0. I have a Twitch channel, which is BigDuke_Sim_Racing, along with YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We're all over the place, right? All over it. But now we're going to be on Rio. That's the biggest thing that you guys need to look out for is Rio. Rio's, it's not a new streaming platform, but it's a platform where you can create your own profile, and it has a link to all of your streaming profiles. But here's the thing, you don't have to leave Rio to watch it in the other platforms. Like when you're live, you'll be highlighted in Rio. Somebody can click on your profile, it takes it to their live channel, but it stays within that platform, and it backdoors the commercials. You don't have to watch the commercials from Twitch, but the creator still gets the credit from Twitch, but you can tip on Rio as well. You can tip the creator, and their fees are nothing like Twitch. It's like a 90-10 split with the creator versus the platform. It's something insane. So that's going to be the next big thing is Rio. So you guys be on the lookout for that. It's about to launch. I was a beta and alpha tester on that platform, so I'm excited about it as well.
Alright, man. Just,
it's on in my link tree. It's the only way you can find my other channels is my Rio profile.
Hey, Big Daddy, show him how to do it. Green flag.
Hey, I should be getting a keep digging scheme together this week to run on the late model.
Inside. Go inside. Go inside. Inside is clear. Outside. Still outside.
Are we in Kansas tonight?
No, this is old Michigan.
Still there. Still there at your door. Still outside. 47, 26, 83. Clear. Outside. Still outside.
Man, I thought the bottom would be way better there. I mean, like, way better.
Clear high. Inside. Still inside. Clear low.
No grip on the bottom.
Outside.
Oh, he got to run to the outside.
Still outside.
Golly, how did he get there?
Still out there, man.
Sorry about that,
40,
Sam.
22,
insane.
7, 6.
Oh, it's all good. I've seen the dude get the wall.
Still there.
Fuck, how did he get there?
Must be the 3 on his car.
Shoot.
Still out there. Clear high.
Middle is the way like I said long.
Lap of the session. The car in C1 just hit the fastest lap. 39.816.
I think you're a half a lane too low on entry in 3 and 4.
Noted. Thank you.
.052. I think we're under precaution here. Pit
I'll
road
try that,
closed.
running that up a little bit.
Yeah, buddy, you were not clear high there.
Mr. Duke.
Yes, sir, Chris. We certainly do. Who's the crew chief, boys? That is Chad
Nuber
Canals.
3 adds hours power.
Is that Mr. Orange? Mr. Orange.
Whoever hooked the 26, thanks a lot. It was the purple one, the two-tone purple car. I think it was an 18.
Two-tone purple. Yeah.
That's me, the 16, but I didn't
It's
hook
Mr.
him. He came
Orange.
up on top. "12 car, are
Is
you
that
coming?"
Kentucky?
No, this is Michigan. I feel like I got ganged up on last night
How's
in
your
that
evening
practice
going,
race.
Mr. Duke?
It's going pretty good. We're about to wreck under caution. Look at this.
Behind
My
the
gosh.
three.
Slalom through the cars. Sorry, y'all. I was... My bad.
Pit road
Uh,
will be open.
I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah.
I feel like you got ganged up at the Indy race tonight. You definitely did. I was aiming for you.
I got ganged up on bad
LMAO.
last night in that race, man. Like I was running 13th and just getting plowed. And I was like, why? Why?
Sorry.
What are you going for me for?
Sorry about that, Rick.
I'm not
Sorry.
What's in
winning.
that cup tonight, lol?
Just water.
Gang,
Samsung
gang.
Ice.
I was determined to keep wrecking you.
Let's. I want to pit.
He did what in his cup?
He
Here we
did
go,
what? This
fellas.
guy?
10 away.
There's
Hashtag not a
35
sponsor.
laps.
Tires on lap 5?
5 away. At your mark now. Turn in, turn in, turn in, turn in. Nice and smooth here. Leaving on B.
Let's do it. All right, we got to get that beeper going.
Off cycle king.
It's really not much
Go,
off
man, go,
cycle
go, man,
though.
go.
A lot of oh man,
To your light.
stupid. Jeez, look at all that. I was trying to.
Get black flag.
What?
Boss, I don't like me to want to tell you.
I
we got
sped on.
B.
What?
Alright, buddy. Well, we gotta, obviously, we'll be tail end of the pack
Jeez,
here.
man,
We're
come
running the
on.
tires. Behind the 22.
NASCAR needs to figure their shit out.
You wasn't speeding.
That would be a typical soundbite right there of any driver that just got busted for speeding. NASCAR needs to figure their shit out. 100%. What you want to bet?
Lining up behind the 24.
I'll never forget the night, man. We were in Charlotte, and I had Ruderman for on pit
24, you
road.
hurt?
And it was rain delay, and we were all out there, and I had
Insert the Kurt Busch rage montage.
yes, we all had the
One
not
to
everybody,
go.
but most of us had an extra
Looks
little
like you
radio
should
where
line
we
up on
could
the
listen to
inside.
the car that we were pitting. We could
Well, don't
listen
spill
to
your
their crew
beer.
chief and figure out what they were going to do on pit road, so we would know if it's a
46,
two-tire stop.
6,
So that way,
3.
you know, if it's a two-tire stop, you don't want to go out there and be in no man's land and trying to get back to the other side of the car when he's not,
All right,
when
looks
he's
like
taking
you've been
off.
lining up behind
So,
16.
we're out there on pit road. It's raining, and Rodney's like, "Y'all look like a damn bunch of white elephants out
lining up
there, you
behind the
big
12.
idiots." I was like, I looked up and said, "Damn, dude, like, come on. You know I got the radio in. Like,
Hey
why
man, you
gotta
thought
do
about
that?"
the gloves?
Yes, Brock.
Why me? Why is it always
I
me that
did.
NASCAR picks on?
I would love to figure out how to get some plain black gloves and keep digging on them. Oh, yes, I would love that. I started looking at them today, but I couldn't find any that were like blank and that were just like karting type gloves. But man, if we could find some, I would be game on entertaining that for show. For sim gloves, yeah, I would be all over that.
Let's go, buddy. Nice and smooth.
Iron on vinyl.
Yeah, but I don't have the right glove. Like, I wouldn't put it on this glove, but I would like to have this style of glove. Just in black, you know what I mean? Like the long wrist cuff.
Green flag, green flag.
Ya Rastafari
Wait,
Mon.
just did a 42.977 outside. Getting ready to have a cautions out, cautions out.
Just
How are you doing there, bud? Closed. All right, we need to be behind the 20.
I guess it's good that I sped
At
on
Sunny
your road.
MIBOMBOCLAAT.
Shit, I can't see shit.
I guess it's good that I was speeding on pit road, because I would have been all
Okay,
up
now I
in
can.
that. I mean, all up in that. Who would win in a fight?
You gained 4 spots. Lol. BombocLAAT Mon.
I think Lemmy.
All right, we need to be behind the 16.
Sonny, my boy, back.
Happy
He's
accident for
back.
speeding.
What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
You can line up behind the 22. You'll be lining up behind the 16.
How's things down your way?
All right, we need to be behind the 26. The road's open. You'll be lining up behind the 26.
But look, you know what we do have now? We have fresh tires. So the people that didn't pit, they're probably like, man, I wish I would have pit, because now we're already a third into this race.
Another home game tomorrow, Old Dukester.
Nice, get them. Get them. You guys need team shirts that say "Keep Digging" with the kid's name on the back. Just a thought. Yeah.
You're going to be lining up behind the 22, behind the 26.
If I wasn't on a
Pit
teacher's
road
salary.
is closed.
I heard that. And the problem is, and then nobody, like, it's so bad. It's so bad. The state
That's a
doesn't
great
fund
idea for a
anything.
little ball team.
It is a good idea for a little ball team. I need Keep Digging t-shirt to go with the awesome hat. Oh, Chris, I'm working on another thing for you, my friend. It's already in the works, brother. You just don't even know about it. I'm working on a different line for you on the shirt department. I've already got you scoped out,
I would
brother.
love to have my work shirts for my automotive shop to say "Keep Digging" on the back.
Hey,
Sponsor a local Little League team, Duke. How you been, Mon?
you know what?
Hey man, sorry I can't stay and watch. Got work in the morning.
It's all good, Austin. Derek, that's the point. That's a goal. I just can't do that yet. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the capital to do that. I don't even know what you could call what I'm doing right now shoestring, but we're doing it. We're just digging, dog. Okay. But that's the ultimate goal. Like, that's part of the site. Part of the sales from the site is going to the PTA.
Let me know what I can do to help when the time comes.
Is going to the PTA here at my daughter and my
wonderful.
son's school, because we live in
You should be
a good
starting on the
neighborhood,
inside.
but the school that we go
Get
to is a
behind
Title
the 16.
I school,
34.
and there's just really bad parent participation, and our PTA is just underfunded. And I thought, well, you know what? Fucking, it's a chance to make a difference. So part of the sales of the store go to my kids' PTA, because man, we need to get books and backpacks for kids. Like, it's just, like, anyway. Not much. You missed. We pitted on lap 5 and took tires. We restarted 21st because we were speeding on pit road.
I am
and
dealing with that in a private Christian school.
There was
Title I and low participation go hand in hand.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate.
There was a wreck at about 16, 14. So it's a good thing we were speeding. So we're restarting 12 now. We got fresh tires and about a half lap, not even a half
What's
lap
up, Duke?
on the car.
I feel that slogan would be fitting for my future shop.
See you, Chris.
When it gets difficult, keep digging.
That's it. That's it, Blue.
What up, Duke?
Green flag, green flag. Too wide outside. Keep doing the best you can there. Looking good. Still there. 33.42. One outside. Clear, clear, clear.
I will put up a cash prize to the winner in second place and third place through Cash App at a race.
Inside. Still inside. Clear.
To be determined and trapped to be determined.
Terry, I've got that charity race coming up on January 13th. I was going to do 100 to the winner, 50 to the second, and 30 and 25 to third. If you want to sponsor that, we'd love to have you.
Still out there.
We're doing a charity race for the Stroke Foundation.
Still there outside.
I'll send you a flyer tonight.
Still out there. You're outside if you want it. Outside. Still there outside.
Yeah, that would be great.
Still
I
out
would
there.
love to get involved with that dude.
Still out there. 40.264. Clear.
What track?
Outside. Still there. Going outside.
This is
Still
Michigan.
outside.
Sorry, Old Michigan.
They're by half.
How was your new YRS?
It was good.
40.213.
That damn 3 again. Lol. What track will you do that charity race?
Talladega and the trucks.
Inside. Still inside. Clear low. Working the outside.
Can anybody race?
Yes.
Outside.
Very good, I would love to do that.
It's $15 to enter.
Still there.
And we also have,
outside.
hey Chris, go look at my profile. I put some information out about it today.
40.2.
We're doing, it's $15 minimum donation to race. It's going to be broadcasted on Got Your Six Network. We're also doing an additional $15 raffle for a new rig. It's a next level FGT Elite Series rig with 1 year iRacing membership included. We're going to sell a minimum of 80 tickets to have that raffle at $15 a ticket. It's about a about $1,100 rig, including the year subscription. But it's real nice. But so I put some information about that on my TikTok today. Anybody can enter the raffle. Anybody can enter the race. There is no minimum IR, safety rating, or license requirements. This guy's going to door me here, getting into one. We're going to slide job here. But there's no, then he's going to cross me over, motherfucker. So there's no safety rating or I rating requirements. But anyway, yeah, go take a look at the TikTok I put out today about it.
Still there.
We're taking any sponsors, any donations, all that's on the table. We're trying to do one of these a month. That's my
Good,
goal
I'm
in
interested.
2024. Since I have 20,000
I bought
followers
that one, just
now,
need to get my wheels.
I got 20,000 followers, and I thought, you know what? We had over 3 million live stream viewers last year. Why can't we start using it for good and try to raise money for different people, organizations, whatever it may be? So we're on a mission to do different things here in 2024, using social media to do those things.
Clear, clear, clear. Inside. Still there. Still
We're on a
inside.
mission from
Stay
God.
away. 14.646. Still inside. The rate is on 14.87.
Good, thanks for children I would think, or churches, possibly. I be joining soon.
Inside. No hole.
Golly, man.
Yellow. So what you got going on out there, bud?
He got free, and I had nowhere to
Get
go.
ready here, pit crew. Come on.
Golly, bro. Are
The
you
road is
serious?
closed. Try to get it.
Why pinch
attached
there?
as best you can, Ron. Try to get some tape where that big
He
hole
got.
is
I think he got free.
Behind the 23.
Oh, he got
All right, buddy.
bad damage.
Line up behind the 22. We've got damage on the back end.
I think he got free or he got hit because his car made a wiggle.
Just
down
need to figure out what wheel to get.
Behind the 25.
Man, oh, here we go. That's another X.
Arrow free,
Hell
not
yeah.
neck free.
Hell yeah, let's get all the X's. Why not?
You got starting back in the field.
I think he got help
Just
get.
follow
Love
to the back.
watching you, good night.
Here we come, guys.
See you,
That
Mark.
way.
Thanks, man.
I'll
Might
be
go-
there.
We'll go run something
Five
at
away.
10:45.
Alright, sure, Mark. Now, straight in here. Leave it on me, copy.
I'm trying
Good
to
night,
be
Mark.
clean. This is mine.
We can
All
repair
accounts,
most
trying
of
to
the
get
damage.
safety.
You'll still have minor wheel damage.
My man.
Let's see what happened in the 13.
At Mark Smith 94021, good night, Mark.
Oh man, that sucks. 13, I'm sorry, bro. I had nowhere to go when we got together after you and the other car got together. I tried to keep it as straight as I could.
Did
but I
running that
couldn't.
half lane up help at
I
all?
love when it calls my pit box at 2-1.
Yes, it helped a lot, actually. Yeah, we were going. See, that's what sucks, dude. Watch. Here's the bad part. And I'm not even like I'll take you guys into this view where you can see out my right side window where you can see what I saw. I saw him get free and I make the move up to avoid him, which I think is a pretty spectacular move. But I'm just saying, you can't see it. Let's see here. Control F12, and then I can look over to the side.
Did you roll your window down and look out before that happened?
See, look, I moved it up. I did. I felt the air. But you can see him get a little bit free, and I couldn't keep it off the fence.
Ha 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 ha.
That's a bummer. That is an absolute. So how much damage do we have? Bro, we got 5 more minutes of optional. Let's go find something at 10:45 to run, so at least we can close with something that's going to last
Racing
more than
incident
5
there.
laps. It was. Absolutely. It happens. It happens.
Make sure you move your camera back.
Oh, that.
That was a racing deal.
Good call. It'll just be like that in Xfinity. But I didn't save it, so it won't matter. I don't know.
I've been avoiding Be Fixed this week for that reason.
Man, I just don't want to... let's see. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I don't have that track, so that's a no-go. That sucks.
Which license class is best to run in on here?
I think the C class.
Duke, I will cash app you the money for that race. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's.
Amsoil?
It's not till the 13th though, so I don't. Let's wait on that. I'll send you that banner though. But yeah, that'll work. Let's go run Carb Cup to end the night, huh? Golly, what a rough night. What a rough night. Oh, golly. We were digging, man. We were digging, and then,
Let's win. Let's finish off the night with a win. I feel like whenever I am in here you have a bad night. Lol, just kidding. Bad night to be a race car.
the problem is you say, like, I feel like whenever I'm in here you have a bad night. You're in here every night. What does that say? It's not you. But we do have a cupcake.
I was just about to say the same thing.
This is the best thing about a cupcake. Tear the bottom and make a sandwich.
Is this new or old Hotlanta?
New.
The way you turned to look at me and said that I couldn't help but laugh. Whoopie pie.
I couldn't help but to laugh when I said it.
Y'all know about them down south?
Obviously. But I just called it a sandwich. Oh, is that Mr. Ryan Ezel that just checked in? What's up, man? Long time no see, man. How's your boy? Your boy still running the micro stuff or the quarter midget? Oh, fuck, dang. I hope I don't get in trouble for that. Can't say that word, even though that's what they're called. We can't say it. We could get in trouble for saying that word.
Whoopie pies are big with the Amish up here. Say what? I didn't hear it?
The type of car that Ryan Ezel's son drives. It's a quarter small car, right? Like, they call them a certain thing. You know, like a quarter starts with an M.
Ah, okay.
And it's like for small, right? You can't say that on TikTok. It's a community guidelines violation. So yeah, even though that's what they're called, I can't. I don't know.
Really? That's crazy.
Roach got a violation or something, or some warning about it.
That's crazy.
Yep. It is what it is.
Wild. Lol. Such is life, my friend.
Yep, you just gotta try not to, just try to remember that. Go on with it.
But hurt people. Nobody here gonna report. I did not hear what you said.
But it's
I miss the old
it's
Atlanta.
not even anybody reporting it. If there was like, if the AI bot that they have that monitors stuff, if it picks it up, it doesn't even have to be anybody reporting it. Like,
I went on the bottom slow. We're done.
got it.
Blew up.
We're
So
done.
far, I know.
People are too damn sensitive.
But it's the
Do it,
AI.
Cam, we fixed up.
It's not the people. Like, the AI can get you.
Oops.
Let's go look at that. That was hard hit.
Hell, can you spell it? I didn't even hear. I missed it.
No, we'll just leave it alone.
Say fidget.
Ooh. Yep. Just don't use the F. Hang on, y'all. I gotta go get some ice and water and go check on the wife.
Could the eye report if someone watching a stream said it? Genuinely curious about that. I cannot wait till I get my setup in. I am loving just sitting here watching, but I can't wait. Yeah, could get you and Duke in trouble. At Blue Thunder, yes, you can get flagged too. I love watching too, but one day I want to get a racing setup and one day race with Duke. At Halloween calls, wow, that's crazy. You see, the turbinator is hooked up to the motor and the motor is putting enough pressure out. Yep. Not enough, but just right. See that dust box right there? Yeah? Blue will DM you a video of the meme. At Derek. Boy, that rear tire carrier is ready. At Clarky1442 he is itching with anticipation. Oh.
No, I have no look. Is Pocket Socks like brand that? No. It is a Chaos. I don't know if you're still here. It's a brand that I'm sponsored by. If you go to Pocket.Socks.com and use code BigDuke25, you get 25% off. Same deal. But hell, where's my mouse? There it is. Why is it invisible? There it is. Okay. So I have the pedal cam, right?
You see the problem, Duke, is the turbinator is hooked up to the motor.
I have the pedal cam, and I ran across these socks that my friend of mine told me about. He's like, man, you should write them for sponsorship. So I started tagging them in content. The next thing you know, I'm in a meeting with the CEO. He's like, well, let's do this, this, and this. And I was like, I bet, let's do this. So you just never know.
The computer is asking me for promo code. Calibration. You got it, NVM. And they still haven't sent you a set with the Keep Digging logo.
Because they can't.
What and where you racing?
I own the trademark for that on clothing and footwear. They can't put it on there unless I tell them they can. Next gen, a new Atlanta. Should be over. Doozy.
That's funny. Pack racing.
Green.
Do any World of Outlaws? Is there cautions in Carb Cup?
No.
Not sure if
No.
you have mentioned it before.
I have not. There is not. I do some dirt. Occasionally I'll jump in a sprint car, but no, I don't do World of
Carb
Outlaws.
Cup is no man's land.
32.162.
got the apron a little bit right there in the middle too.
It's the Fight Club of Fixed Series. No promo code for the computer, correct?
Should be, you should, it should be linked in there. It should, that link that you click on should already have that promo code embedded.
It's the Running with the Bulls in Spain of Cup Racing. I like your analogy better.
Which one? The Running of the Bulls of Spain of Cup? I do like it. I do like it. What are we doing on the poll, man? What are we doing on the poll?
I love you and all, Duke, but we ain't got the gall to be P1 right now.
Bro, we don't even need to be on pit road, to be honest. I'm with you. I am self-aware. Put it that way. We'll put it that way. Did Zach Miller text us back today?
Would you have rather been mid-pack?
I do like being mid-pack. I like being in the chaos. You know, I thrive in that, man. It's the best.
Better to be on pit road than hit pit wall. We love a 0 to hero clip.
What about a hero to 0 clip? Because that's what it would be currently. Better be on pit road than hit pit wall. Well, yeah, but then I was gonna get a speeding penalty.
We have a lot of those
I was trying
too.
to avoid that, and then
I was about to say that, Duke.
And then thus never happened. I was just like, yeah, we hit the wall, and like we're staring it out. Like, yeah, it's good. And it's like, like, what do you do? What?
Is today a special day for you?
Today is my anniversary, my secret anniversary. My wife and I have been married for 10
We
years
was going real
today.
fast and couldn't go real left.
No. My wife and I have been married for 10 years today. She was a nanny.
Happy anniversary.
And thank you. She was a nanny for an NHL player, and he got traded from Nashville to Washington. And so she moved over to Washington with him. I was still working on the road at construction, and she had gotten some sort of, she needed to go to the doctor, but she was a live-in nanny. She didn't necessarily have insurance through the family, right? So we were supposed to get married in March. It was New Year. She had some sort of ear infection or whatever it was. So we just went to the courthouse on January 3rd and got married in Arlington, Virginia, and then came back in March and got married for our family. So it's our anniversary that nobody knew about for a long time. That only like me, her, and
Congrats,
maybe
bro.
2 or 3 other
Crazy story.
Yeah. She was a nanny for
We
Mark
can make it
Erat.
on fuel safely.
The Erats. He got traded from Nashville
The
to
estimated
Washington.
SOF is 2,000.
Code NSS_, for 10% off at Keep Diggin'. Sup, Duke.
What's up? He got traded
This is
from,
how my story goes too. Got married early cause my wife had to go on my insurance.
He got traded from
Very
Nashville
cool, congratulations.
to Washington, and then
Congratulations,
when he got traded from
happy anniversary.
Washington to Phoenix.
No better way to spend your anniversary than iRacing lol.
Well, she's sick.
Happy anniversary.
She's sick. She's in bed. It's bad night around here. Like, I think she said she thinks she might have COVID. She feels like that.
Oh snap, a spicy flu. No praying for y'all. Everybody getting it right
fellas,
now.
don't have far to walk today. It's going to be a short speed. Got a beautiful day for a race. Got a great
She
sold-out
said
crowd
she
here in
feels
front of us
worse
today, guys.
now
Focus on
Both
her
than
my
the
today.
in-laws
time
have it.
that she had
We're going to be
COVID the
starting
first
on
time.
the inside. Closed.
Mill said the same thing. I just got over type of flu. That was me in November, worst I've ever been sick. Let's get a W. Came in waves for me.
Man, when I got COVID after the 500 2 years ago. I was down for about 12 hours, and then I was good to go.
End of a
I did
rocky
a lot
top.
of chicken soup and zinc and magnesium, and I was bad for about 12 hours, and then I was
All
all
right,
right.
Buzzman, you have
End of
yourself
a
a great
rocky
day
top
today.
asterisk.
I'll just tell you when the flag's out. Be ready.
Is this the car that can do tandem racing?
Green flag.
This is the next
Outside.
one.
Still outside.
I had it
Outside
when it
is
first
clear.
came out, just drank broken chew. Which Atlanta do you like better? New or old?
Don't get me wrong, I like the old Atlanta, but I like pack racing.
Outside. Still out there. Still outside. Still outside.
What number you rockin'?
30.882.
78.
Still outside. Still out there. Still outside.
Okay, just forced me into the wall there.
Outside 2. 1 outside. 30.747. That was your thumb left position. Still out there. Still outside. The car in C17 just hit the Foster flat. 30.351. Outside.
Let's go, Brandon. That was close.
Outside. Still there.
I love that last
Still out
Atlanta
there.
race with the rain nearby. They was racing hard the whole time.
Clear high. Working outside, 30.586. That was your Foster flat to position.
No hard
Still there at your door. Still out there, man.
Brandon.
The car in C13 just hit the Foster flat.
You can knock that shit off.
30.137. Clear high.
We're not
Still
here to hear
there.
that. We're not here for
Still
that.
out there. Clear if you need it.
If you don't have the balls to say what it really means, then don't say it at all.
Left of position. Got it, man. Get by that guy. That's nice. That's nice. Hit the gas, boss man. Get after it.
Yeah. I don't want to hear it, man.
Wasn't me.
30.347. That was your
I thought I had all
left
that shit
position.
filtered
The
out,
leader
dude.
just
I don't
did a
want that on my
30.36.
at all.
The car in P6 just hit the fastest lap. 30.044.
Yesterday it was shrimp socks, now it's a shrimp's worst enemy.
I think I'm
Jimmy
damaged
Brennan
around.
set tonight. Damn my fault.
You're good. You're good. Just don't let it happen again. We're good.
That was your fastest lap of the session. The car in P9 just hit the
Save all the
fastest lap.
politics for the polls. Let's just enjoy some racing.
29.899.
Definitely need some help to make a run.
My bad, dude. I did not know you were on his bumper. I thought he was up high.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Or just come straight down on me when you're not
The
clear.
car in P9 just hit the fastest lap. 29.647.
This looks so fun. P3 just died.
I didn't see it.
Joe. Are you planning to ride until the end and make a move to win?
Inside. Still there, quarter inside. 30.47. You're clear.
Hooked right into the wall in the trioval. And Derek Hoop?
How about that side draft? We're about to get freight train.
Watched
Inside,
in the
inside.
mirror, comedy.
Still inside. 30.871. You are the leader. Still inside. Still inside.
If it was later in the race, I would have held him down there.
Almost tripped
Why,
over.
dude? Why,
Still
bro?
inside.
Literally,
Still
why?
inside. Clear. That's a good job.
Why?
Right
Why?
inside. All clear.
As much as you like
Inside.
the fact you do better up
Clear,
front,
clear.
I guess that blue car really wanted that lane.
32.097.
Now that's Carb Cup. Shoot, that was madness. Green car caused all that, no? That save was nice. Duke is an expert. Damn, they off the track what?
You're pulling away from the
You
car
still got the
behind.
draft.
The gap is 1.5.
Dude, dumb crap on purpose.
Didn't know 3 cars could be so chaotic.
30.92. The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 1.9. The leader just did a
That's 16 to 1 for you.
30.988. Working the bottom
That
inside.
save that looked like he got loose under you.
Still inside. Clear. Inside. At your door.
The green
Stay
car
on.
got into
Still
my
there,
rear.
still there.
That's what happened. Like I got
Still on
hit.
your inside. 30.801. Still inside. Good work. Great job, man. Doing
Green
awesome.
car is the iRacing chick Big Cell
Still
MPO.
inside.
We're doing good, Walker.
Still inside. All right, man. We got an opportunity here. Let's take advantage of it now. Still inside.
Where did he go?
30.933. The
Where
car
did he
behind
go?
is closing on you. The gap is 1.2. Clear
I'm
low.
not a Ford guy, but Stuart has built a strong team. Geez, what are they doing?
What is going on? Oh my God! The what? Oh my God!
Outside.
Dump
To right outside. 31.045. Clear, clear outside.
What are they
Back
doing?
away.
Man, just put it right on it, bud. You'll get by.
It's like watching the Twilight
the 2022.
Zone.
Brilliant RQ.
Inside, inside.
Oh my God! What are you
That's
doing?
it, my man. Put it up on. Still inside. Still with you inside. Clear low. Outside.
Assuming these guys arrived for a cut because they can't get their
30.841.
license.
Still out there, man. You're
Zero
clear.
FS given.
Outside. Clear. Outside. Clear, clear.
Carlo.
You had to go. Bye-bye long. Bye. Had a baby. Solve that problem. Put him in
Last
the
call,
wall.
talking to him now.
Fine.
Outside, outside,
I have a
outside,
wonderful time
still
on
there. Clear high,
Green car is a hazard.
30.811.
Dang you God.
Really nice job, man. Catch your breath here a second.
Problem solved. That dude's gotta be a few beers deep surely. Hope you have a good time at the Safer Barrier Hotel.
Well, he's definitely there for
Is
a
this
while.
Draft Master? At Derek Long.
30.866.
Park how I
Outside,
believe.
deleted. Did a
Dude was probably
30.881.
12 playing iRacing.
I bet he didn't think I could get to his inside.
Inside,
I got free there, man.
still inside, even up. Still there, quarter inside.
Either way, Carlo
31.045.
Duke finished
Still
race season
inside.
4th last night at Bristol in Xfinity cars. Number 1 is like sweating.
Still there at your door. Still inside.
At Artillery 23, awesome job, dude.
5 to go this time. Still inside. We're in a podium position.
I'm a donate. Rubbin is racing.
Still there at your door inside.
I'm afraid though that he'll take me out.
Still there. .008. Still inside. Clean air here, buddy. Let's just get a nice rhythm here.
Yeah, but not
0100
Not at the
percent
entry
side.
of one.
coming to the checker.
not right there.
Clear, clear, clear.
Bring it home.
Outside. Outside quarter.
It's back to
31.006.
Let's go,
Still
dude.
outside.
At Artillery 23, I think that is
Still
well
outside.
Ah, he got the run.
Still out there.
Guarantee he tries to clear himself. Why run
Clear
25
high.
when only the last 3 matter long? Spoke to Sue.
Inside.
GWC.
31.286. Still
He
there.
had a big old
Hit my
run.
man, put it on his ass. Still
Oh,
inside.
I didn't think he was going to have that big of a run.
Clear
Oh, wow.
low.
That was
It's almost
impressive.
over.
Wow.
Outside.
77
No.
and massive run.
Still out there.
That was a huge run.
Clear. The white flag. 31.148. Deleted to get up 31.137.
He needs that Dino Go sponsor. Send him.
Outside. Still out there.
Game draft time. 77 has been
Still
scheduled.
outside.
Side.
I don't have it.
Mirror driving son of the.
Clear, clear. Outside.
Damn. Nice win.
Checker boss. Good weekend, everybody. Come on, a little
I
short. We'll
screwed
not come
up
out next
getting
week.
into one. I screwed up getting into one. Oh well.
I probably would have won, but 92 took me out.
Can we do another race like that?
Oh, no,
Definitely
bro.
gave it
You
all
are
you
not
had.
going to claim I took you out when
P2
you
is
came
good
up
man.
2 lanes, bro.
Oh,
Nah,
P2
we
is
are
good.
not doing that.
Oh, I had a good time, but I screwed
You took-
up. I let the
You
outside.
took your own self out.
I let the outside get to a side draft. Let's go watch this save.
If it wasn't for the King and Chick Hicks, you would have had it. Chase Elliott from Wish?
Yep. Let's see. Let's go to the cockpit. I did some swatting there.
Watch the send. Okay, Duke, everything's ordered.
Nice.
Make a Wish race car driver.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Watch the green taste the wall from earlier. Racing backwards now?
I think that's where we're at. I think he hits the fence right. Yeah, here we go. Oh.
See ya, green car. He wasn't clear, that's on him.
He gone. He gone.
Nobody else but him got it, woohoo. You wiped him out. Duke's fault.
Hell yeah, it was. Although I will say
He
this.
just disappeared, lol.
On in the headset it said outside and then he come down. That's all I'm saying. I guess maybe we could run we can finish it off with a little bit of rally. Let's finish the night off with a rally race. How about it? How about it?
Where you get your setups at?
I run fixed, man. I run fixed.
From Wish.
Pretty much. That's what it feels like. Oh, man.
Or Temu. Like football? See ya, hope ya stay healthy. Nah, Wayfair so it can come with a guide to adjust it too.
How does that it's still on there?
Temu is crazy.
Temu is, I don't know. I was just seeing.
At I ungodly I write.
I've just seen advertisements for Temu on, and there's some wild stuff that I see. What gets me is all these warnings about all these other apps. It's like they're stripping all your
Gotcha.
data.
I wasn't
and
paying
like,
attention and got in an open in
But isn't-
87s. Ran top
Isn't-
10 in iRacing in 87s.
Isn't that every app? Like, no, isn't every app trying to get all the data they can from it? Like, that's what's the point of it?
Let's go Duke.
All right.
I think so Duke.
So I can deal with that. So with Rally, I don't have a handbrake on my rig. I never have had one.
Temu actually strips your data. I know 4 people that got their card data swiped off Temu.
But so I use my clutch instead for my handbrake. So if you see me get the clutch, it's not because I'm clutching it, it's because I'm using my clutch as the handbrake.
I bet Drop Gear sales handbrakes.
I bet they do. But I ain't gonna buy one. That's the thing though. I don't even know that I want to. Like, I'm so used to using my clutch. Like, no, don't get me wrong. I know I could get used to it. But I feel like I would try to do that all the time because it's like I'm just so used to moving my feet now. It's fun.
Do you have a clutch car?
No, not in this. In
Do you
this,
think
I
a wheel
have.
button would be good for efficiency? Instant
No.
activation.
No,
I just
because you
used
don't
my
want-
brakes,
you
so
don't
we'll
want it.
have to try the clutch
You
pedal.
don't want it.
Manual
you want it
car.
variable, right? So a little bit locks it up a little bit, and then a lot more locks it up a lot more. Like gets it, but you don't want to. You don't want to on or off.
Do you have a manual car IRL?
No.
How's it going? Nice
Car
good work.
1, just hit the fastest lap. 42.268. 43.565.
I Duke, I'ma get the hell out of here. I've got school tomorrow night.
He's
Hey,
moving.
brother. God, these things are so much fun. Have a good one, man.
Green.
How's your day?
Pretty good.
It's Lucas, by the way. Change the profile pic and username.
You're good.
I'd later. Oh, Amazon now order those monitors, the last thing.
.015.
What kind of setup are you running?
checker, right? Yep.
Oh man, I loved it. What do you mean? What kind of setup? As far as like, what kind of rig do I have, or like setup in the car, or what specifically are you talking about?
Rig.
Oh, Walker, I didn't. So when I modded my monitor arms on my, sorry, I got two conversations going. Cotton, Walker, I didn't have to monitor the arms on these. This is a SimLabs rig, but
Peterbilt.
yeah, the kind of rig that I have.
Yeah, Brent, you too. Everybody, good luck.
Send me a DM and I can send you everything that I got, man, because it's a GTR chassis, a SimLabs monitor stand, and just. But you can get everything that you need from Drop Gear Racing. That's where you need to go.
They've been waiting on you.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing things.
Be aware of dirt jokers. 1. We're plenty good on fuel. You can run like hell.
That's a penalty. Couldn't wait any longer.
Green flag. 10 more laps, man. 10 more. Keep digging.
He said keep digging.
Left side.
You're still on? Damn.
Door quarter clear.
He said it. Sue Duke, Sue. Nice flamingos. Shouldn't that one that jumped get a penalty?
Yeah, he'll get a penalty post race.
58.351.
Womp womp. You're driving like Mikey, Waltrip. So basically you in the lead?
Yeah.
How do you put your clutch pedal as the band brake?
43.625. The car in P1 just hit the fastest lap. 41.9, 43.721.
How much does it cost for the car in the game?
$11.95, I think.
.841. That was your fastest lap of the
Sorry.
Wipers keep coming on, they got a short in the wipers. In case no one has said this, could you make this look easy?
It's hard as hell. But thank you. I appreciate it. But man, I struggle.
Do you have to buy individual cars to race in the different series?
43.412.
You're welcome.
We're in
I
a podium
appreciate you
position.
too.
The leader just did a 41.956. .263.
How big is his penalty? Cause that dude checked out.
It won't matter. It's like a 15-second penalty. He's 14 seconds ahead.
.848.
He knew what he was doing, lol.
Oh yeah, that's a
At
flex, bro.
Cornflake I was thinking the same thing.
We just got flexed on hard.
Should be 2 more laps. .44.11.
No.
After you should go back and look at his replay.
Right side, clear.
What track?
I got funky on that jump.
Jumping like that should completely invalidate your position, regardless of if the penalty is small.
White flag. 1 more lap. .97. Right side. Clear him, clear.
When in doubt, take him out. You got him right here.
The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 3.2.
That was unfortunate timing, lol.
Is that rhythm back?
What the fuck?
You're one to talk, man.
What?
That's now done, and that's it.
Come
Oh
on.
my. Remember your
A
black
10-second penalty for an
Have
unsafe
check your flag.
exit. God. That's just the story of the night, y'all.
Well done, buddy. Well done.
Oh, God. We just parked her in the fence because we got a little bit of funky there off that jump, and it caught in the wrong spot, and I just lost control like a dummy. Oh well, it was a fun night. We had a good night anyway. It's time to get out of here. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. You guys keep digging. Big Duke out.
Yeah, man, that was cool. Have a good one.
Oh wait, I think we might be having Ty Dillon on next week on Wednesday on the Speedway.
Yeah, sorry my ass. That was intentional as hell.